Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Game Masters here on the GDQ Hotfix. I am your host, Kiara_TV, and we've got a wonderful show for you today. But before we do, did you know that Awesome Games Quick 2026 is going to be live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 4th through the 10th? That's only a couple weeks from now. Holy crap, we're almost there. Registration is available now through the event, so be sure to register if you want to experience the event in person. You can visit gdq.gg for more info. Also, if you would like to appear on a GDQ Hotfix show such as Game Masters right here, we're now accepting submissions for the winter season. So if you've got a run you'd love to showcase on the channel, please send it our way at gdq.gg/submit/hotfix. You can type !submit in the chat for more details, and I'll tell you all the information that you're going to need. So we got a trilogy of lovely Sonic games here that we're going to be throwing into a shuffler. It's called the Sonic Rush Trilogy Shuffler. So all three games are going to be randomly swapping between each other all night long until all three of the games are cleared. It's going to be brought to us by the one and only Kirby Master, who, if you've not watched Kirby Master last weekend, went through and did all 16 Sonic handheld speedruns in a row in just like a hair over 10 hours. And so that's like 5 Game Gear games, 3 GBA games, 3 DS games, which is what we're going to be doing for this segment here. So a little small part of that. 2 PSP games, 2 3DS games. I do not know anybody on this planet more well-versed in handheld Sonic games than Kirby Master. And he's going to be doing it again next Saturday, so you're going to get a small taste for that, but you're going to want to go to Kirby Master's channel for sure to watch that coming up on Saturday. But without further ado, here's the man himself, Kirby Master. Thank you for coming on the show and bringing the Rush Trilogy to us in shuffler form, one of my favorite formats ever.
Good to be back. Good evening, everyone, and thanks a lot for having me, Kiara. I think it was a few years ago, but I was on your Game Master show while doing a shuffler of the Sonic Advance trilogy.
Yes, we're upgrading consoles. Yes,
we're upgrading consoles, and like
eventually we're gonna have all 16 on here. Yeah, when I get a 12-hour time slot. Yeah,
that might take longer than 12 hours, but yeah.
Oh yeah. It would be brutal.
The Advance series is definitely my most familiar, but then the Rush Trilogy is also my second most familiar sub-series of the handheld games, because I ran all 3 of these extensively. Not the best at them, but I'm very good at them. And as Kiara mentioned, I also have done, and will do again on Saturday, another speedrun of the Sonic Handheld 16, which is a speedrun of Sonic 1 Game Gear, Sonic 2 Game Gear, Sonic Chaos Game Gear, Sonic Triple Trouble, Sonic Blast, Sonic Pocket Adventure for the Neo Geo Pocket Color, the 3 Sonic Advance games, the 3 Rush games you're going to see here, Sonic Rivals 2, Generations 3DS, and Lost World 3DS. So if you want to see me attempt that marathon to get a sub 10, definitely check me out on Saturday. But for this show here, I am doing a shuffler of the Sonic Rush trilogy, which is Sonic Rush, Rush Adventure, and Colors DS, which is a Rush game in all but name.
Yeah. So, but we added into the trilogy because it belongs there. We all know it belongs there.
It's literally the same mechanics. Like even has all the same glitches and exploits. So, are we ready?
Oh, I am ready. But before we do, you want to explain the mechanics of the shuffler, like kind of like how often we're going to be shuffling between the 2 conditions for the shuffle, just so everybody is aware before we hit go.
Right, so a shuffler is, you can customize the shuffler in many ways, but a shuffler is something that you can use where you throw in a bunch of different games at it, and then you can play through the games, and then on a random time interval, it will jump to a different game randomly. So what I currently have set up is it will shuffle every 20 to 60 seconds to a different game. So I might be playing Sonic Rush for 20 seconds, and then jump to Rush or Adventure or Colors DS randomly, and then I might be playing that game for like 50 seconds, and then it'll jump to one of the other 2 games again.
Yeah, then once they're cleared, they're taken out of the pool, and but until then, it's basically instant. So Kirby has to think on the fly all night long until the games are defeated. So
spoiler alert: Colors DS will finish first. Probably, but unless the shuffler gods just decide against it, but.
Yeah, I think it is random, and with random, you could have large sequences where you just don't see a game for a while. But with 3 games, usually it kind of averages out to be relatively consistent most of the time. But you never know.
And I am going off of a fresh save file for all 3 games. So we will see like cutscenes and stuff like that. So without further ado, are you ready?
Yep, go ahead and count us in whenever you're ready, Kirby.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, cat. All right, Sonic Rush. We're starting with Sonic Rush. Oh God. Okay. So this is like one of the first boost games, and Sonic Rush and Rush Adventure have a trick system where like when you hit like a jump ramp or a spring or something like that, you can just trick a lot, and that's how you get boosts. And the boost meter is something on the left side of the screen, which you'll see in all 3 games, and that is how much boost you have. All right. And Sonic is fast. There is a different character you can play as in Rush and Rush Adventure, but off of a new save, that character named Blaze is not playable at the start in either game, sadly. Okay. Oh, here we go. Rush Adventure!
Hey!
Hey, all right. So this is my favorite of the 3 by far. Rush Adventure is kind of like the adventure game where you kind of have like a bit of a adventure aspect of exploring the world, exploring stages and stuff, and you can like traverse the map. The context of Rush Adventure is that Tails and Sonic have like landed on this unknown land, and now they're just gonna try to explore it. And that's all the context I'm gonna give because we're probably gonna shuffle soon. So that was a tutorial stage, and we switch. Oh, I'm dead.
And just like that, yeah.
Just like that. That was a pretty cheap death, thankfully, so it's not too big a deal. All right. And we're about done with the first stage now of Sonic Rush, and there are 7 zones in Rush, 7 zones in Rush Adventure, and 6 zones in Colors DS. Colors DS and Colors Wii both came out together, and they are completely different games. All right, so we're now playing Act 2 of the first zone, Leaf Storm, of Sonic Rush. Oh, I wanted that. Never mind. There was a capsule there that gives you max boost. In Rush and Rush Adventure, maximum boost gives you infinite boost for a limited amount of time. You'll know if I have max boost if the boost meter flashes red. That is not a thing in Sonic Colors, though. Sonic Colors boost meter works completely differently. All right, I'm gonna try to get max boost here for safety. Okay, there we go. So now we have max boost. And now we're switching. Rush Adventure, okay. So we've got some tutorials here, and Tails is gonna be like, hey, you should learn how to save. So we're gonna save, because the game doesn't let you proceed until you do. All right, so now we're on this stranded island, and we're like, we don't know where we are. And we met this cute raccoon named Marine. You're not gonna see her much, because we're skipping every cutscene. She's like a 6-year-old who just wants to go on an adventure. But basically, from that tutorial stage, we found these materials we can use to create a new boat. And now we can use this boat to traverse the world, and I'm gonna stop there, because we're probably gonna swap soon at some point. Maybe. Rush Adventure, I think it's just a strictly better game than Rush in terms of all the gameplay. Oh, colors! All right, there we go. All right, Sonic Colors for the DS is a Rush game. Although we don't actually have boost in the first stage, you have to unlock it after the first stage. So is
this different than like isn't there other Sonic Colors that are not like handheld versions?
Yeah, Sonic Colors Wii and Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is like the HD version. It's basically like a remaster of the Wii version.
Okay.
They're completely different games. They are Sonic Colors Wii and the HD version are basically 3D boost games. Very fun games. They're some of my favorites. But it is it's pretty much the same game with the same story. Same story, completely different game, basically. Okay, so now we have a tutorial in Rush Adventure where Tails is going to teach us how to navigate this map. And now we just learned how to navigate the map. I have to learn how to use a mouse, so that's lovely, because I'm used to using a stylus. There we go. Oh god, this is going to be so weird. All right, so now whenever we traverse the world map in Rush Adventure, we have to ride the boats. And these boats are all touchscreen-based minigames. But this one right here is like a tutorial stage that I'm definitely going to get screwed over by the swap soon. But for now, basically I'm controlling Sonic using the touchscreen and the meta with the Wave Cyclone in this case, which now we're switching, so cool. We'll explain that later. Back to Colors. All right. Colors has quite a few different mechanics, but the engine is exactly the same as like the Rush games. Like you have wall jumping in this game, which is not in Rush and Rush Adventure. Right. Maybe we can make this. Cool. Get up there. Okay, where are we? Oh, up. Okay, now we're back to Rush, and I lost all my speed there, unfortunately, because I did not react to the shuffle quickly enough. All right. Ooh, that should work. We are definitely really low on lower on boost than I should be, but that's okay. Yeet. We'll see if we can finish the stage before the next shuffle. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Right, even on such like a small screen, it seems like it's just so chaotic all the time because you can't see too much, right?
Yeah, like the verticality is really cool. What that's like the unique thing about the Rush games. I mean, it looks really weird with what Kiara and the stream is watching, but you see this on like a physical DS. The gap is like perfect between the screens.
Yeah, we tried to emulate
really cool
the gap between the screens so y'all can see it as close as we reasonably could. But it's not exactly perfect, so please bear with us. But yeah, it's designed with the dimensions of the DS in mind, which is funny because I think different models of the DS have like slightly different spacing between the different things.
All right. Auto-scroller. This is my favorite auto-scroller. So the optimal thing is to do nothing. And now we're back here. We're going to do nothing for a while.
That's a free shuffle that you
That's a free shuffle right there. Yeah. Thank you. All right, so Sonic Rush. I like Sonic Rush a lot, and it's a lot of people's favorite because it's the first of the Rush games. But I gotta say, the bosses are kind of garbage. What was your opinion of the Sonic bosses in your Sonic 3 and Knuckles playthrough?
Oh, you're bringing up my past trauma live on stream, Kirby Master.
Oh, so these are worse. These are probably the worst bosses in any Sonic game. Some of the worst bosses. And we're playing on easy mode.
I'll say, chat, this may sound surprising for someone hosting a GDQ show. I have played one Sonic game ever. I played it. It was either late last year or like early this year. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I had a heck of a time.
You sure did. That barrel
I
sure
remember
was a thing.
I beat the final boss, and then like the stage fell out below you, so I still died, and it's just like. But
right,
yeah,
so
there are a lot of fights in that game that sent me into a fit of emotion, I will say.
I'll be a little blunt as a Sonic fan. Bosses usually are not their strong suit, but especially Sonic Rush bosses, they're pretty awful.
Yeah, I feel like platformer bosses in general, like, you know, they're there maybe to like break up the constant platforming that you're doing, but I think usually bosses in platformer games don't feel
touch screen. Okay, there we go.
Great.
Yeah, I will say I think the bosses in Rush Adventure and Colors DS are very good. But Rush, so I will give you some. So Kiara, how does this sound? You do a 34-minute speedrun. Okay, 35-minute speedrun.
Okay, 35 minutes. Got it.
Take a guess on how much time variance there is from boss luck between best and worst possible luck.
So like is this like a 35-minute record, 35-minute median time?
Roughly median time, yeah.
Maybe plus or minus 5 minutes.
7 to 8 minutes.
7 to 8 minutes. Okay,
That's how bad
reasonably in the ballpark.
You're a little there, yeah. So this boss can vary between 110 to 135, and this is one of the most tame bosses. Bosses are like, the thing about these bosses in Rush is that they are non-interactive. So you just sit around and do nothing. And this is on easy mode, by the way. Easy mode. So they have 6 HP first instead of 8. If this was a normal mode, they'd take probably twice as longer. And the time variance in a speedrun would probably go up to like 12 or 13 minutes.
Gosh, don't they all know that like this is like the rule of 3? You only have to hit the boss 3 times, not 8. Like, come on, Sega.
But yeah,
this was a solved problem.
I don't mind it for some boss. Rush Adventure and Colors DS did them right, I think. Rush, not so much. Rush, not so much. Okay, there we go. Touchscreen controls are difficult. Who would have thought? All right, look. Go. I like how we haven't seen like actual Rush gameplay in Rush Adventure because I'm like trying to focus on these touchscreen controls, but we're almost done with this tutorial. Almost. I am shocked that it's a sub 130 with how poorly I did that. All right, so now we are about to start that first real stage of Sonic Rush Adventure, and we're probably going to get a shuffle soon, so I'm going to... And stalling is boring. Oh, okay, but the game just did it for me. I almost died there in Colors DS, so... We're good. All right, so we just got the ability to boost in Colors DS, and Colors DS has a gimmick where it introduced wisps, which they bring back in like a lot of games, including Sonic Cross World. Generally speaking, wisps give you boosts, and that's how you get boost in Colors DS. Rush and Rush Adventure, you get boost by tricking. But there is no tricking Colors DS. Instead, you get boost from getting wisps. That also includes killing enemies, because enemies drop wisps. So we're filling up that boost meter by just going fast and firing through stuff. All right. We should be in good shape here. Yep, lots of boost there. And Colors DS as well, if you can, you want to end stages with less than 50 rings, ideally. And we just missed a hit there, lovely. But yeah, okay. So every time we see the boss just do this, which is insta-kill, by the way, so you lose like 10 to 15 seconds, something like that. And there's a chance he can just do it twice in a row because Sonic Rush bosses. So I hope you like doing bosses that take like 3 minutes casually, and it doesn't want to KO because Sonic Rush bosses.
So Kirby, is your goal to sell me on this game, or
I'll sell you
not?
on Rush Adventure and Colors DS. I will also sell you on Rush without bosses.
Yeah, before the show started, you know, me and Kirby are chilling in the green room, ready to go on, and Kirby's like, "Okay, Kiara, what can I do to get you into these games?" And here we are. Kirby's like, "Did you know these bosses are annoying and take 8 minutes each?" Kirby.
So for what it's worth, in the handheld 16, Rush is only the second worst Sonic game with the boss in terms of bosses in the handheld 16. The worst one is by far Rivals 1. I mean Rivals 2. Mm-hmm. God, do not play that game.
Hey, let's talk about positive things here. It's like,
let's talk about
you're going
positive
fast.
things.
That's cool.
Rush Adventure is awesome. Yeah, so that's the first stage. I hope that was awesome. We skipped an auto-scroller, by the way. Mm-hmm. So Act 2 of Plant Kingdom. We're probably gonna get a swap soon. Yep, just like that. I called it. All right. Oh, come on, get up there. So, get up there. All right, so losing my rings is kind of intentional because whenever you clear a stage in Colors with 50 rings or more, you get prompted to go to the special stage, and that is slow. So if it costs negligible time to lose your rings near the end, that's what you want to do. All right. So we're just getting through cutscenes and stuff, and now we're doing Plant Kingdom 2. That was slow because you're supposed to press right at the end of 1, 2, 3, but because of the shuffle, I lost track. Okay, so now we're at max boost in Rush Adventure, and now we're just going really fast because this game is freaking awesome. Okay. More tricks just to maintain max infinite boost. So whenever you're at infinite boost, you have infinite boost for a limited amount of time, but whenever you do anything that gives you boost, you pretty much refresh that timer. So generally speaking, for the most part, if you know what you're doing, you can pretty much just keep infinite boost for the rest of the stage. That's not always possible, but that's how often the boost management works out. So we lost max boost there because there was a period of time where I did not get any boost from like tricking or killing enemies, but we don't need it anymore if we clear the stage. Okay. All right, so now for the first boss of Rush Adventure. This boss is... Now we're on the first boss of Rush and almost died. And had to redo a 1.5 to 2 minute fight here. But it's okay. Okay, that's a 1 hit KO, so I need to be careful. And now the last hit here. Normally on the last hit, he's guaranteed to do that side-by-side spin attack again, which is a 1 hit KO. Yeah, he's doing it again. And he can do this twice in a row because Sonic Rush bosses. Because they like to waste your time, like Sonic Superstar bosses. All right, so we just need to hit this guy one more time, unless he decides to do that same pattern again. He did not, thank you. All right, I hope we enjoyed an interactive boss fight, because they're only going to get worse. All right. Oh, now we're on the first boss of Rush Adventure. So this boss is actually really fun, and also difficult, though. So we want to one-cycle him, and to do that, we need to get 3 double hits in a row. And now I need to get a 5 bounce. 2, 3, 4. Okay, awesome. Let's go. That is so difficult to do, getting a 1 cycle there. I missed that like half the time in actual runs. Now we can do it again on phase 2. By the way, this is only possible in easy mode. The easy mode version of this boss is harder than normal mode in speedruns because in normal mode, it's impossible to 1 cycle. In easy mode, it is possible to 1 cycle and really difficult. So normal mode is a much more consistent fight.
I love when the different difficulties when in the speedrun context make it, oh, this is actually harder. Even though it's easier, but it's harder to do the optimal strat, right? Yeah,
it is. I think I'm a little slow here. We're probably not going to get a 1 cycle. I'm too slow. Yeah, that's okay. All right. We got a cutscene here in Sonic Rush. Did you know Sonic Rush has a second playable character?
No, I did not. Tell me more.
There she is, Blaze the cat. I hope you like cats. Hero, does this convince you to want to play Rush? Because you have it has a controllable cat.
This is a positive, I will say. And I do like Tails. Tails is cute.
Tails is awesome. All right, so now we're doing the first boss of Colors DS. So assuming I don't get shuffled in the middle, I recommend you don't blink. Gonna get a dodge here. Then a 2-tap, hold back, stomp, boost, wait for it to slam. Boost, that brings it down. Dead. Just in time. Nice. We're just shuffling bits in the first boss of all 3 games. Perfect timing. The shuffler knows. It's sentient. All right. That's fine. All right. And there's first boss. So this boss went pretty well. I didn't get a 1 cycle in the second phase, but you know, I almost never get it, so it's fine. Okay. Oh, there's a shuffle. All right, the end of the first boss of Colors.
Yay, GG.
So you can beat this boss even faster. It requires using a burst wisp, but we don't have it unlocked yet, so. But yeah, get used to Colors bosses being that fast because they are very fast and short. All right. So we got a bit of non-linearity here, where we can pick the next area to go to in Colors DS. It doesn't matter in the speedrun for this in this case. We can go to Sweet Mountain or Starlight Carnival. Sweet Mountain unlocks the Burst Wisp, and Starlight Carnival unlocks the Rocket Wisp. Yeah, at the start of a new area, you have to kind of play a little cute minigame where you tap the Wisp to unlock it. But you didn't see it because I tapped it off screen, because I'm just good at this game. And I'll explain what the Burst Wisp does. Probably not at all, because we're probably gonna get a shuffle, and it's pretty self-explanatory once you see it. All right, there we go. I need to go down. Yeah, okay. So we finished the first zone of Rush Adventure, and now we're in the terms of story, we're pretty much just exploring. So we found another island to the west, and now we're gonna explore that. So with these wave cyclone sections and all these both sections in general, the layouts are completely random. So I have to pretty much improvise my ring management, my boost management, etc. It is, I believe, 96 rings to get full boost, minus 16 per jump ramp you get. And we're back to playing Street Mountain, so here we go. We're not getting, there's a skip you can do here, but I already messed it up, so I'm not going for it, bothering. Okay. Go up. Yeet. And get some more boost from those enemies. Wait for that, because I don't want to get hit. All right. And now we're going to see bursts soon for the first time. And kind of self-explanatory. You kind of can set things on fire and blow things up, basically. Mm-hmm. And we are in a cutscene for Rush. That is a very bad time to shuffle.
Free shuffle. Easy shuffle.
Easy shuffle for Rush. Bad for Colors. That is a very bad time for Colors to shuffle.
Oh, you got it. You'll be fine. You're a pro.
We'll manage. We will manage. All right. All right, so Sonic's like, hey, I just found this random girl that just took this Soul Emerald, which are basically Chaos Emeralds, but a different world. And now we're back to this. Oh, shoot, I used boost when I didn't mean to. Oh, I got touch controls. Okay. That's not something I anticipated, having to shuffle between touch controls and button controls. That is awkward. All right, so let's see if we can get up to max boost. This should give us max boost. Okay, there we go. Now we boost for a while. To probably the end, honestly. Yep, there we go. We're good. All right, so now we are entering the second zone of Rush Adventure, Machine Labyrinth, and now we are back to Rush cutscenes. And Tails is our navigator. See, I will be your navigator from now on. Blaze the cat is now playable. Sadly, the unfortunate thing about Rush is the level design is very Sonic favored. Like Blaze Sonic play pretty differently. Like Sonic has a much faster boost and an air dash. Blaze has like these tricks that makes her go like really far high or really far horizontally, and she has a hover. So she's supposed to be like the shortcut character, kind of like Tails and Knuckles. The problem is, because Rush's level design is so bad for Blaze, Sonic is actually the shortcut character. Blaze is just inferior to Sonic in almost every way in this game, because the level design is so bad for her. Because like the main way to access shortcuts in this game is slope jumps. And basically what that means, if you jump off of an uphill slope, the more speed you have, the more height you get. Guess who's faster? Sonic. So Sonic
I can't believe Sonic is the fastest one. Like, wow.
Yeah, Sonic is just, he's faster, he's more reliable than Blaze in like almost every way in Rush. Now, Rush Adventure is a different story, because Rush Adventure has good stage design. So, where Blaze is like, I mean, Sonic is still faster than Blaze for most stages, but Blaze is like a lot more reliable in some cases, so there's like a lot of reason to use her over him. All right. So yeah, I believe there's only one stage where Blaze is faster than Sonic in Rush, and that's because she has a glitch that saves like 30 seconds, and even then, Sonic is still only slower by like 2 seconds. That's just how Rush stage design is. Which is unfortunate. But Blaze is still cool, so that's okay. We love Blaze no matter how slow she is. Alright. And there's a big shortcut here. I missed it. Not enough height.
Nice try.
Nice try. All right, didn't die. Didn't die. All right, that's Act 1 done of Zone 2, Act 1 done of Rush. And for Water Palace 2. Okay. We're gonna get a shuffle soon, I think. And you can also trick off a rail, so like mashing the R button on rails gives you a boost. And now we're... Oh, I made it up. Okay. Oh, where am I? Okay, we're gonna take this tornado route here. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to take pop because that was too unoptimal, but that's okay. Oop. All right, and now we were supposed to take this jelly rocket, and now I'm not going to because we shuffled. So, oh, there's a gap. Bottomless pit there. We're fine. We didn't die. Okay, big slope jump here. We're gonna do another RBJ here. That's reverse boost jump. That's how you can get big shortcuts that way, by doing a really big jump off of uphill inclines. And Sonic is way better at it than Blaze because his boost is faster. Okay. Oop, that was awkward. Okay, we're fine. Okay, how much boost do I have? Okay, trying to make sure we get max boost there. That was obviously a mess up because of the shuffle, but I figured things out and got up to max boost when I was supposed to. All right. So Machine Labyrinth's really cool. This game, it just has so many exotic areas. Like, it's just so aesthetically pleasing and unique. I love Rush Adventure. You can tell that I have a huge bias against it for this game.
Just a little.
Yeah. I love all 3 games, don't get me wrong. But Rush Adventure is just the best. It's just the best. All right. So we're almost done with this act. We'll see if we can make it before the shuffle. Another paraglider section. Okay, we made it. We're good. I didn't die or fall on the bottom route. We're good. We're good. Okay, stick to the top. Good. That's not a death there per se, but I have to ride some like really slow platforms to get back out. Okay, bottomless pit here. Okay, we're good. Now, Act 2, done. So now we are on to our favorite Rush bosses. This boss is not too offensive in terms of luck. Like, it'll probably vary up to like 10 seconds, but it's also... Oh, well, okay, we have got a cutscene, but it's also kind of a whole lot of nothing. So in speedrunning Rush, we typically we don't do like story categories because of cutscenes and stuff, also because Blaze's story isn't unlocked at base. We typically speedrun all stages, which means pretty much just go through the stage select and play every stage with their respective character. That's pretty much the standard category for Rush. Rush Adventure and Colors DS, the speedrun is basically do it from a fresh save, which in those contexts makes sense. All right. They've got these cute little, I don't know how you pronounce it, geysers, piston wind vents, something like that you can trick off of.
I'll take your word for it. I have no idea.
Game is too fast. That's okay. All right. I would ideally be at max boost, but it's not too big of a deal. And oh, that's not good. I'm not supposed to be down here. Or am I? Oh, I know. Okay, I know where I am. Okay, that I definitely butchered the ending there, but you know that's okay. Sweet Mountain 1, that's Sweet Mountain 1 done. Now we have Sweet Mountain 2, and that's the dialogue you want to avoid. In Colors DS by ending stages less than 50 rings. There is a setup I have to land on spikes near the end, but you know, I got shuffled, so. Oh well. Okay, Act 2. We're gonna see a lot more burst wisp here, assuming things go smoothly with the shuffler, but knowing myself, probably not. So again, burst wisp, with big explosions. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad of a spot to shuffle. Okay, got max boost in Rush Adventure. And we want to roll down here. Paraglider. And then... Okay. Up here. I think I lost my boost. Yeah, that's not too big of a deal, though. And not what I meant to do. That's okay. Okay. I'm going to try to get up to max boost here. So one of the things, you see that big number in Rush Adventure? That's your current trick combo. Okay. Like if you mash the B button while tricking, that number goes up, and you finish the trick by pressing the A button. Rush does the same thing, it just doesn't show you the number. What happens in Rush is that every time you do any trick at all, you get like 3 boost meters, something like that, and then like 6 if you complete it. Which means even if you don't finish a trick properly, you can just mash mindlessly and get a decent amount of boost. In Rush Adventure, you get basically no boost at all for individual tricks, but if you complete a trick, you get a huge amount of boost. In other words, it heavily rewards you for understanding how to complete tricks, and especially long combos. In other words, Rush Adventure is a better game. But you can, if you really know what you're doing in Rush Adventure, you can just get so much boost by just having a good understanding of the trick meter. Okay. So we got this boss, and we're just kind of waiting around. How's your day going, Kiara? While we wait.
It's going okay. You know, I do love how you go from going so fast to the bosses where you're kind of just waiting for cycles to happen. Oftentimes in one room, it's just a very amusing to me change of pace. But you know, while we're on this person, you know, everybody watching right now, if you're not already following Kirby Master, make sure you do. If we can get a shout, that'd be awesome. But also, everybody, thank you so much for supporting GDQ. Your subs, gift subs, bitch cheered. All of your contributions help keep shows like this running, so we can pull awesome shufflers and other random things for you every week. So if you are enjoying the stream, consider subscribing to get your exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and of course access to chat during replays. You can also always support the stream by sharing the GDQ channel with your friends. So if you got some people, you know, say, hey, you know, look at this awesome thing that's happening over on the GDQ channel right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. And that awesome thing right now is Kirby Master. So, you know, I remember doing a boss shuffler where we go through and just like knock out all the bosses.
Oh, that's such a bad
Joey
shuffle.
Baby once. Yeah, that was
Joey Baby did that. Yeah, that was wild.
So this is being in 2 bosses right now kind of reminds me of that. So though we're not shuffling on every single point of damage, like
no, we're
boss
not
damage or your damage. So it's a little bit
in that case,
easier to follow.
You can kind of predict it, I imagine.
For sure.
Yeah. We actually started the second boss at Rush Adventure. It's one of the coolest, most creative bosses in the entire Sonic's franchise, honestly. But it's very random, but it's random in a way where, like, if you really know what you're doing, your time is not going to vary by like more than 5 to 10 seconds. It's a kind of a really interesting kind of fun kind of randomness. But we're not doing that right now anymore. So it's funny how like I'm just explaining all these things when we're not talking about a different game. But you know, Shuffler be like that. We are almost on the second boss of Colors DS. Getting there. We need to actually finish the stage. Did not want to fall down there. Okay, here's a cute thing. Kiara, do you know what the burst wisp can do?
What?
Burn balloons like that, like an idiot. You can burn hotter balloons and ride like that. It's cute.
Cute.
You can also melt jelly, which you don't want to do. All right. So yeah, I was not supposed to fall down there, but that's okay. All right, so Zone 2 done. So we are 2 zones done with Rush, almost done with Zone 2 for Rush Adventure, and almost done with Zone 2 for Colors DS. The games are going to slow down pretty drastically for Rush Adventure because of like all the like world map aspect stuff like that. We have like these cutscenes with Sonic Rush as well, but they're not as big of a deal. So Tails is like, oh my god, the world is in danger. There's like another world that's in conflict with us. We need to figure things out. And we also learned that there was like a second Eggman named Eggman Nega. Like a second evil Eggman. I mean, Eggman's always usually evil, but it's a different Eggman. Spoiler alert, he is the Eggman from Blaze's world. Yeah, Blaze is from a different world. But now we are playing Colors, and we are enjoying some rings and gonna bounce on this hot dog. Chili dog, we're playing Sonic. Sorry. Here we go. Watch for the chili dog on the left. There it is. Hey! This game is so cute.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just so creative to design a Sonic game around an amusement park, because that's the theme for Sonic Colors. You're invading Eggman's amusement park. So it's very... Oh, okay, we're back here. Okay, so this boss is all about bouncing these balls back. And the bigger balls do more damage, but take more hits to knock back. And when they spawn, where they spawn, what direction they rebound in is random. So I have to constantly be paying attention to where they're going and try to find opportunities to hit the smaller ones as well if the opportunity arises. That soon enough, there's going to be a red one that shows up. There it is. And now we shuffle. That's not too bad of a spot to shuffle. All right. So we are on Zone 3, desert area. Cool music. All right. So if we get that far before we shuffle, we're going to see an enemy chamber skip. The enemy chambers are what they sound like. You have to kill all the enemies in a room. Okay. We got the... Yeah. Did not get the skip. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay, got it. Oh, no, didn't get it. There, got it. Blaze can't make that, by the way. Blaze loses like 20 seconds there. Which, again, that's just how Rush is. So we skipped a lot of the stage with that big jump. And an enemy chamber. And now we are back to this boss. Okay. Yellow ball. The red one does the most damage, but it takes the most hits to knock back. Okay. Oh, that's spiked up. Okay, got 2. Oh, yellow ball come back. Yep, good. Want to get the red one, though. Okay, yellow one came back. Red one's going to come back soon. This yellow one should kill once I rebound it. Got it. No, not quite. Green ball should kill. There we go. Okay. A really good fight's like 50 seconds or less. Obviously, I got shuffled, but, you know, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Again, really cool boss, honestly. Chaotic, but in a fun way. All right, so now we got a swap. Where are we? Okay, we just finished Act 2 of Sweet Mountain of Colors. So now we're going to do the boss, and do you remember how fast the first boss took, Kiara?
Yeah.
20 seconds. Assuming if I don't get shuffled, this still takes 16 to 17 seconds. And dead. Welcome to Colors. Yeah, so every boss is intentionally cheesable if you use the color wisp on it, which is cool design, honestly. Game's like, hey, use the game's gimmick to destroy these bosses. You can kill the first boss in a similar way that way and save like 5 seconds of that. But now we are done with Zone 2 and on to Starlight Carnival, which we're going to get a shuffle soon, probably. All right, so we're going to see if we can get this wisp. Got it. So we just unlocked the Rocket Wisp, and it does what it sounds like. Eats you very high. And, okay, now we got a swap. So now we're playing Rush again. All right, so we just got the invincibility, and we want to go fast enough and keep this, because there's an enemy chamber coming up where we need to kill an enemy that takes 3 hits to kill. But if we have the invincibility, it takes 1 hit to kill. Pretty easy to make with Sonic. Much harder to make it with Blaze, because she's just a lot slower. So there we go, that's the guy. And we can't keep the invincibility for this guy, so it can't really be helped. All right. And all right. And we are almost done with the stage. And cue shuffle. Okay. Back. Fun fact. You want to take a wild guess whether English or Japanese is faster for Colors DS?
English.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah. The counterintuitive choice. English is almost never the fastest.
What about Rush Adventure? What's your opinion on that? English or Japanese text?
That's Japanese text.
Yep. So in Colors DS, there's very little scrolling text, but in a few times that there are, such as when the tail says, "Do you want to view a tutorial?" This is Rocket, by the way. Any of the Latin languages, so German, French, English, etc., they display 2 characters per frame. Japanese only displays 1 character per frame. So Japanese loses like a half second per tutorial text, and there's like 5 of them in Colors DS. In Sonic Rush Adventure, there's only like 1 notable tutorial where that's pretty relevant, and that's like the world map tutorial. And Japanese saves a lot of time over English there, like 10 seconds, something like that. But then like it's mostly irrelevant for the rest of the run. And also, fun fact, with the exception of the Korean version, the version of the game you run doesn't matter in terms of language. What all 3 games do is it pulls the language of the DS itself. So like, you can play with the Japanese version with English text or vice versa, which is kind of neat. Exception is the Korean version. It's always a Korean text, no matter what. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to rock it here. Is that high enough? Nope. Okay, well, I'll just take this route then. I obviously took the completely wrong routes into the stage, but it's okay. Oh, God. Oh, the lack of a gap in between the screens is actually throwing me off really hard. It's actually really throwing me off. All right.
All right, time to mentally add the gap back in, okay? You're adjusting your brain real time.
It's okay. We got like we've got like a 1-minute autoscroller here. Rush loves autoscrollers, by the way.
How are you feeling about the run so far?
It's going as expected. Some good stuff, some train wrecks, but you know, that's to be expected to a degree.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. So when we talked about something for Game Masters, I was contemplating between doing this or a Game Gear series shuffler. So all 5 Sonic Game Gear games shuffled. That would be fun, but also very dangerous because in those games you can game over and have to replay the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
We're fine. Okay.
We're good. We're perfectly fine.
All right. So we learned that there's like a signal further out to the west that we can't reach. So now we are going to build a new boat called the sailboat. It's called the Ocean Tornado. And this can just go a lot farther than the Wave Cyclone, which is the water bike that we've been using. That's kind of how this game unlocks progression. You kind of explore more, find materials, and then you can unlock boats. Although I actually forgot I need to do one thing in this game. I need to repeat a stage because we need I believe 13 materials for the first 2 types in Rush Adventure if you clear the game. And that depends on your rank. S ranks give you 4. And A ranks give you 3. So if you do Act 1, Act 2, and the boss, and S rank all 3, you get 12, and we need 13. So we have an obligatory revisit for both Zone 1 and Zone 2, no matter how well you... No! I picked the special stage! No!
Now, can you... Well, have fun with the special stage.
I hope you like the music in a bit. All right, you were asking?
Yeah, so... Can you just like go redo a level and just like farm them the more you do the levels? Or
Yep.
Okay.
That's what we're doing right now.
It's not like you have to upgrade your score to get anything additional.
No, you do get more if you score better, but you don't need to like...
Yeah. So you can farm infinite if you really, really wanted to.
Yep. And fun fact, a lot of people didn't notice, you can get Chaos Emeralds in Rush Adventure by racing this guy named Johnny, and the later Johnny races are like almost impossible unless you upgrade your vehicle, which you can do in post-game in this game, which is why you got so many understandable complaints of people being like, wow, these Chaos Emeralds are BS, you can't beat them. Well, yeah, because you didn't upgrade your bike, which the game could have been more obvious about that, to be fair, but yeah, you're kind of intended to upgrade them. Okay, we're going to fail this intentionally.
Oh, how could you? Look, it's telling you, use your stylus. Like, aim, silly.
I actually really prefer the stylus for this thing than like D-pad controls. It's so much more intuitive for me. Like, stylus controls are underrated. I don't mind them. Just tap where you want to go. Easy. All right.
Wait, so you can't fail by just hitting the wrong orbs? You still got to go through the entire level?
We have to go through the entire level. So how these special stages work, which I was not expecting to do this, is all these orbs, you do 3 laps. So you do red first, and then yellow first, and then blue. So like all the yellows I'm getting, I'm kind of knocking them out because any yellows you get is not going to be there on the second lap and so on. So you normally want to avoid it, but I'm screwing around because I want to fail as soon as possible. Okay, Act 2 of Mirage Road. We've got a bit of a skip here. I want that max boost. Thank you. Oh, that is a very bad time for a swap. Oh dear, I was in the middle of doing an RBJ there. Reverse boost jump again. We'll be fine. See, we're about to fill a special stage. Go.
I love running. Just running straight. You know what? Sonic Tribe is best. By the way, everybody, if you're curious what's coming up on Hotfix or interested in running on GDQ, you can check out this week's schedule and submit your runs to be showcased at gdq.gg/hotfix. We'd love to see you.
Okay. That's an enemy chamber skip right there. The trigger is like right below the gap. You can just air dash over it and avoid it. Blaze can just hover over it too, so she can skip it too. Okay, back to colors. All right, so Zone 3, Act 1 is done in colors. Zone 3, Act 1 is done in Rush, and we haven't gotten to Zone 3 in Rush Adventure, and that's going to take a while.
Got Zone 3, and we're not even an hour in?
I know.
Wow.
I'm pretty good at these games. Wow, speedrunners saying that they're good at a game. Imagine that.
Kirby's got a little bit of a big head, but it's a deserved one.
Okay, I was not supposed to fall down here. I just had to open my stupid mouth.
I am pretty good at the games, says Kirby. Okay.
I almost squished there. Don't remember the last time I played this part. So we are gonna figure stuff out. Where am I? Okay, back to Rush. The shuffler does not like Rush Adventure. All right. Bit of a skip there. And you go up and fast. Look at that speed. And now we got another enemy chamber. That's something I really like about Rush, though. Like, speedrunning these little enemy chambers is pretty cute and kind of adds a little bit of, like, a different kind of speedrunning vibe, I guess. So, like, one of the minor things that's to note in Rush with enemy chambers is that you don't want to booster every enemy. I know that's counterintuitive, but when you booster an enemy, it flies off screen. Why is that bad? It doesn't count as dead until it's completely off screen. So what you want to do, at least for like the last enemy, is to like roll through them or spin dash through them or jump on them, something like that. Oh yeah, auto-scroller skip right here.
You know what I really like about these? It looks like when you're in the roll animation, it changes you to a sprite instead of a 3D model. Is that what it's doing? So you got a sprite in the roll animation and then the model when you're just like uncurled.
That's a good question. I'm pretty sure it is a model though, because there are some stages where you like this camera like swerves around and you do actively see yourself like that. It does look like a sprite though. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I've been staring at it the whole time. Like, is that a sprite?
I was supposed to roll down here. Okay. So yeah, again, we're repeating stages because we need materials. And Act 1 for both Zone 1 and Zone 2 are the fastest things to do, so it works out. Okay, max boost, good. Oh, we got boost glitched. So that probably went by super quickly, but basically what happens in all 3 games. Go, auto-scroller, good time. By the way, holding left right here saves 1 second in this auto-scroller right there. You go farther.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
Sonic games. I don't know why. Anyways, this is cool because this is like a little bit of an auto-scroller where you can kind of move in a 3D plane. Because again, this is a DS game. So like this kind of technology, this is like the first of its kind. And this kind of technology was really mind-blowing, which is why like so many people love Rush, because it was the first game that did this kind of thing, which is honestly really cool. Oh, back to colors. Where am I? What is this?
You're in like space armada. It looks like.
Hold on. Well, wing YOLO? YOLO? Question mark?
very colorful ships.
Okay, there's a cannon here, so I guess we're supposed to enter this. All right. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. Okay,
He's off script.
Okay. I know. Hold on. We need to wait so we don't get squished. We'll be good. We're fine.
You
We're
found
fine,
the DLC of the video.
I found the DLC.
That's my go-to. You find something strange that you haven't been to forever. It's the DLC.
It truly is DLC. That was not what I was supposed to do. Okay, well, we're not supposed to be down here. I think we're fine, though. I kind of know what I'm doing here. I promise I've speedrun this game. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I believe you.
Okay. Good. Why would you have me on my show if I didn't? All right. I think we are almost done with this act. Make it before the shuffle. Make it before the shuffle. Make it before the shuffle. Okay. Whew. Okay, so then we're done with our revisits. And now's the best time to do these revisits because next time we come back to the base, we're going to have Blaze unlocked. And we don't want to unlock when we do the revisits because that means you have to go to the character select screen, which is slow. All right, so we're back to colors. Yeah, I literally don't even know where I am. That should work. Okay, I know where I am. I know where I am. I know where I am.
Yeah.
We're out of DLC territory. And that's a horrible time for a swap. That's a horrible time for a swap. All right, back to chill territory. So we are now gonna take the ocean tornado and go to this island back here. So the path that you draw is like actually really important because like this is effectively an autoscroller, but the length of it is determined by how tight the path you draw is. So like if your path is bad, you can lose like up to 10 seconds. But yeah, this is probably the least interesting of the boat minigames, sadly, because there's like not much to do. This kind of thing is pretty cool from like a score attacking perspective, I think. And this game does have like a score attacking minigame for this. But in terms of like the actual gameplay, it's yeah, you can fire bombs. You can also burn stuff like this and be a pyromaniac. And then we got to swap to another autoscroller. Hooray! Oh, by the way, Kiara, Sonic Colors DS is about to come up to an autoscroller. So we're about to shuffle between 3 different autoscrollers.
Oh, plenty of time for announcements. Oh my
Look at all these scrollers. Look at all these autoscrollers. I'm joking about Colors DS, by the way, but you'll see what I mean if, we get there. If we get there. This game lets us get there. Come on. Come on. End my autoscroll. End this autoscroller already. Come on. Come on. Man, I'm hoping we just shuffle so I can make the joke that we're shuffling between 2 autoscrollers, but it's not shuffling yet. Like, come on.
Come on. I mean, it will eventually, but this is going to be like a maximum shuffle.
Oh, and not colors. I want colors. Oh, no. All right, if you have a quick announcement, feel free to throw it in, because we're going to be here for a bit. But colors will be like very, very fast-paced autoscroller, I'll say.
Yeah, of course.
We do switch to it.
Of course. Chat, did you know about Frame Fatales? I'm sure you have. There's been so many wonderful events that we've done. If you're not, it's a community of women and femmes who share a passion for speedrunning, gaming, and charity. In addition to their 2 flagship events every year, they do host activities year-round in their community Discord, like Game of the Month and randomizer events. You can type !FF in chat to learn more and get involved. Also, one of our other communities, Black in a Flash. They uplift and connect Black speedrunners of all levels, hosting special events throughout the year to raise money for charity and celebrate Black voices in the speedrunning scene. You can learn more at gdq.gg/BAF or use !BAF in Twitch chat to learn more. There we go, Kirby. We're still running.
Yeah, you want to guess what the fastest possible time is on this boss? Roughly?
3.5 minutes.
30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yes. Want to guess the slowest time you can get, roughly?
3.5 minutes.
Close. About 3 minutes. All from luck, because this boss is awful. So, yeah, we actually got a really fast... So what you want this guy to do is throw the ball immediately. We just lost 20 seconds. Almost 20 seconds. Because every time he does something, he has a chance to go to the middle and do this very interactive attack where you just hold right and lose time because this is a Sonic Superstars boss. But now we are on... Okay, we're done with this auto-scroller. And we saw no colors DS for a while. You know, that's just how the shuffler goes. All right, so this is a mandatory Johnny race. And we have to race him for the first Chaos Emerald. And we can't avoid him. We have to just do it. So the fastest thing to do is just beat him. You can lose. Doesn't matter if we lose. It's just slower. So might as well beat him. And if you quit out, you have to redo that entire sail section. So we don't want to do that. So we just want to beat him. And there are 6 other locations you can find Johnny on the world map and race him for other Chaos Emeralds. All right. So we are probably... Okay. All right. No color still. All right. So yeah, what we want to do with this boss is for it to throw the ball immediately. It did not, so we lost time. This has a chance to not throw the ball. It did throw the ball, so we have to wait until it unspikes, and now we have to hit it. It has a chance to dodge, loses more time. Like that. So we just lost a few more seconds because Rush has amazing boss design. All right. Okay, time loss. And... not too much time loss there. Is he gonna dodge? No dodge. This is relatively lucky so far. Relatively. That's the fastest thing he can do. Just throw it immediately. Like if you get this like 5 or 6 times in a row, you save a crap ton of time. Alright, we are still not seeing colors DS. Man, this shuffler hates colors. Alright, now we got infinite boost, so boost past Johnny. Alright. We want to get max boost, so we want to grab these jump ramps to build up my boost gauge. Now, we are back to Rush, and no colors. Colors doesn't exist. That's huge time loss. But that's not the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that can happen is he rolls the ball, you hit it, and then he goes to the center, comes back, he rolls the ball, and you hit it, and he cancels that, and it rolls the ball again. I think that's the worst thing that can happen. I think I've seen that happen. Because he could cancel this if he wants to. Did not cancel it. Okay. All right, my dodge? Okay, 153. That's not that bad. All things considered. Which is really funny, because I told you can beat this boss in like 30 seconds. But like, you just have to accept that your time is just going to vary as such a ridiculous amount on that boss. Because, you know, that's just how they are. All right. Colors, it exists! Colors exist!
Hey!
All right, so
I forgot
Kiara,
about
are you ready
this game.
Yeah, are you ready for auto-scrollers?
Yes.
Here it is. All right. Take 2. Are you ready for auto-scrollers?
Okay, all right. I was like, is this part of the bit? Take 3?
Take 3. There we go. This is an auto-scroller right here.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Your controller down.
You're supposed to ride on a blimp, but you can skip the trigger by boosting just above it. And just skip all of that.
I was not ready. I was not prepared. I was like, when's the auto scroller starting? I was like, oh, you skipped it. I get it. I understand.
That's why I was like hesitant on announcements when you said you got the ready, because I'm like, yo, I actually want to show this off, but but then the game just never showed it. The shufflers never cooperated.
Random rarely cooperates.
That's true. It really does rarely cooperate. All right, so you know Cream the Rabbit, right? That's her mom. We're visiting her mom because we were like, hey, we met this cat girl that seems sus, and apparently Cream's hanging out with her, so where's Cream? We gotta check it on her because we don't know who Blaze is, so we just think she's sus. All right. Zone 4.
Do your best, Sonic.
And touchscreen. Okay. Almost done with the Johnny race. Come on, Shuffler, just last until we finish this race. Come on. Okay. Oh. And that's 1 Chaos Emerald. Now we're gonna get all 6 other Chaos Emeralds. I'm joking. That's gonna take like an extra hour. Oh wow, perfect timing on that. All right. So we are doing a casino zone. Hooray! We all love casino zones. They're great. Casino Zone is pretty tame by Sonic standards, to be fair. It's not too bad. Alright. Cool music, too. Alright. Don't fall down. We're good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get max boost. There we go. We're going to do an RBJ here. Skip and put our part of the stage. Jump down here. I should not be doing dangerous maneuvers like that because of the shuffler, but I can't help it. I like speedrunning. Oh, okay. So we got the third boss of Colors, and this is the only real instance of luck in Sonic Colors bosses. We need to hit 4 yellow barrels back. Meaning we got unlucky because we got too many spike balls, so we have to wait an extra cycle. Which is a 7-second time loss, which is a lot of time by this game's standards because this game has good bosses unlike Rush. So that's the only real luck in this game. In terms of luck, 7-second time loss. All right. And there we go. Boss dead. With bad luck. You can get this like a 22-23 if you got good luck. You usually get good luck on it, to be fair, but it's pretty uncommon to just get bad luck there. But of course, it happens with a shuffler.
Yeah. Happens on GDQ.
Just happens on GDQ. It is what it is. Okay. Yeah, we should be good. I'm going to play this safe because we're over a giant bottomless pit. We're good. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not too bad. We are making, I think, the fastest progress in a Rush right now. We're like, in terms of stage count, we're halfway done with the game. There's a big skip here, but I didn't break speed cap, so I can't make it. Okay. So all 3 games have kind of, Okay, I can still explain this. So all 3 games work off the same engine, even though Colors is not a Rush game in name. There's kind of a concept called breaking speed cap, where normally the fastest you can go is your boost speed, but you can break that speed cap in multiple ways, usually by landing on a downhill slope. That means landing on a downhill slope or... Oops. That's fine. I was supposed to land on that. Rolling downhill or landing on a downhill slope. Hopefully I can just do that. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Other way is to do Blaze's forward trick on a ledge, which we're probably not going to see that too much of that. But those are the main ways to break speed cap, and that's the thing in all 3 games. So like, it's really subtle, and if you're only watching the game, it's going to be hard to tell the difference. But there are cases, if you play the game enough, you will tell. And going really fast at the top level in this game, all 3 games, requires kind of just good understanding of how breaking that speed cap works and how storing that speed works. Okay, so now we got some non-linearity again. We can pick Planet Wisp for Zone 4 or Aquarium Park, Zone 5. And now we'll be back later.
Okay. I will say, Curry, we're getting close to the hour mark here, so we're going to have to go into our first break soon. So whenever we get to like a convenient 2-pause spot, which it's a shuffler, so it's going to be pure chaos the entire time, mostly. But whenever you find something good that we can stop that, just go ahead and pause for a little bit, and we'll go do it. Very brief.
Okay, how about the next time I finish the stage?
Okay,
that would be good. And I died.
That does not count as completing the stage.
All right. We can just make this jump here with Sonic because he just has a big jump. That shortcut is so much harder to blaze. I'm dead again, yeah. That's a really big shortcut you can take there. But by just doing this big jump here. Here we go. Gonna play this safe, which I really should be doing, but I'm too speedrun brained. Okay, there we go. Max boost. Okay. So we are picking Planet Wisp because Planet Wisp unlocks the Drill Wisp. And Aquarium Park unlocks the Laser Wisp. Now, the Drill Wisp is also needed in Aquarium Park for the fastest routes. So it is faster to do Planet Wisp first. So we're doing Planet Wisp. And Drill does what it sounds like, and now we're back to Rush. All right. Casino Zone. All right. Ooh, shuffle here would be really bad, because every time you fail this, you have to wait for this entire auto-scroller thing to turn off, and then toggle it again, and it's very slow, because you can't just reset it. You have to wait for it every time. Okay, we're good. One minor difference between Sonic and Blaze is that Blaze has 20% extra air acceleration than Sonic. So that's a minor benefit, and I'm bringing that up because in that little platforming section, Blaze saves time over Sonic there. A small win for our cat lovers. No! Oh, no! I fat fingered it down and then spin dashed. Oh, where am I? Okay. All right, Planet Wisp. Okay. So we are in colors, and now we are going to use the Drill Wisp, and it is self-explanatory. Hopefully, what it does, you go through underground and tunnel, and oh my goodness, the lack of a gap is throwing me off right now. The Rocket Wisp is also available in the zone, but we're not going to use it much. Okay. Oop. Now I want to do a bit of a skip here. Back RPJ there. Got a Rocket Wisp, so we're going to use it soon. Right there. And okay, back to Rush. All right. Don't hit me. All right, we're good. We're good. We made it. We made it. Let's go. RBJ here. I'm out of boost because I died. Okay, I guess that was a vertical part of the rail that I tried to land on. And of course, I didn't land on because it's vertical, so that makes sense. Oh god, that is a horrible spot for a shuffle. All right. So we're about to clear a stage here because Rush Adventure has these mini stages because it has a lot of extra small stages. So we can take a break here.
Okay, perfect.
And I'll try to pause when we shuffle to the other games during the break.
Yeah, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us so far for the first leg of the Sonic Rush Trilogy Shuffler. And if you're looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix. And welcome back from the break, everybody. Once again, I'm your host, Kiara, for the evening of Game Masters with Kirby Masters, right there in the name, right here at home on the show. And if you're just joining us, we are doing the Sonic Rush Trilogy Shuffler, the 3 DS Sonic games, all played at the same time, with it randomly shuffling between about 20 and 60 seconds each. We don't know when it's going to happen. Kirby doesn't know when it's going to happen.
Nope.
We're about an hour into it, and Kirby, whenever you are ready, go ahead and bring us back in.
Right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thanks. I'll need it. Oh god. Oh no, the screen gap. The lack of a screen gap. Where am I? All right, we've got to shuffle. I'm not dead. I think.
Not yet.
I think there's like a gap there. Okay, I am still not dead. I'm still not dead. Oh, no, I didn't make it. Okay, we need to go a lot higher. Okay. All right, so yeah, Rush Adventure has a lot of these hidden islands. Some of them are mandatory to beat the game, but basically we just did Hidden Island 1. There's very short mini stages. And lore-wise, we've just unlocked a cave, which is Zone 3. So we're like on Zone 4 and the other 2 stages, and we just started Zone 3 in Rush Adventure because, you know, Rush Adventure is just built differently. All right. This zone is so pretty. I love this game so much. Just look at the aesthetics. It's so pretty. It's so unique. And now we're switching to a Carnival Casino stage. So cool, though. All right. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm so proud of myself for not dying. Yeah, this zone has a lot of bottomless pits. If it wasn't obvious. All right. And a big death ball. Hopefully we can outrun it before the swap. And another death ball. All right. The screen gap. The screen gap. That's what happened there. I jumped too early because of the screen gap. Or lack of a screen gap for me. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, they really did design the screen gap into the video game.
They really did. Oh, where am I? Okay. And it also is really screwing with me with this part here, because we're going back and forth between screens a lot. Like, it is really seamless on a physical DS, I promise you. It probably is a lot more seamless on stream than it is for me, because the layout on GDQ has, like, on this Hotfix show has a small gap. All right, this should work out. So we picked up a Rocket Wisp. We're supposed to use it here, but we're gonna conserve it for a small skip. Right here. And skip all that drill stuff, because Rocket is faster than drill vertically. And, where am I? Okay. We shouldn't have a shuffle for a bit, so we are safe for now. Because it's 20 to 60 seconds randomly. And let's spin that. That should work. Okay, cool. Better safe than sorry. Oh, platforming! Oh, we're good.
Not platforming in my platformer.
Oh my god, platforming my platformer.
I thought we skipped all the platforming.
Okay. All right. Oh, I almost got hit by that. All right. So one of the things in Rush and Rush Adventure, not Colors CS, getting hit is very bad. I mean, obviously getting hits, like, if you don't want to get hit, like, generally slow. But like in Rush and Rush Adventure, if you get hit, it murders your boost meter. Like, it destroys your boost meter. It is very bad to get hit at an unintended time. Which is why I was like freaking out about dodging that guy. But in Colors DS, the boost meter just works differently in Colors DS. Getting hit doesn't affect your boost meter at all. So that's very nice. Especially, which makes sense, because you get boost in a different way in Colors DS, which is through wisps, not tricks. So, okay. Great, so we can make it up here. God, this stage is so pretty. I love the stage. Rush Adventure is awesome. Everyone should play it. Deserves more love. Someday, I'll run it at GDQ.
Maybe someday I'll do it, Kirby, just for you.
All right.
So friend's favorite.
Go. No, oh, make it. Okay, we're good. All right, done with that. I remembered to say no to that special stage, and we are on to Zone 4, Act 2.
Oh, I wanted to hear the music again.
The music is great. The music in all three games is great. I have a big soft spot for Rush Adventure. The popular opinion is that Rush has the best OST. I disagree, but it's definitely very unique, for sure. So, like when you hear a Rush sound, a song from Rush, you know it's from Rush. Like it's very stands out, and that's a big plus. But the OSTs in all three games do a very good job of fitting their respective themes. So I think they're all great. What's not so great is this screeching sound with drill, but you know, it can't be helped. Oh, convenient game swap. Okay. And Act 2, not Carnival done. So we are on to the boss. This boss has a quick kill, but it completely hinges on getting lucky. Shocker, it's a rush boss.
I can't believe
So
it.
if you get the quick kill, it's a 28-second fight. If you don't, it can go up to 2 minutes. All right, good sign so far. Get this. Okay. Gonna have to remember to hold left during next swap to maintain that, hopefully. Because we're on pace to get the quick kill. Because that was a really bad time for a shuffle. Oh dear. Okay. Especially because we're holding right all the time, but right now I'm supposed to hold left. Ooh, I'm not supposed to be down here. This is awkward. Am I gonna bounce off of that? No, we're good. Okay, we're fine. We're gonna get a shuffle soon, I think. Oh, get the rocket! That's a very important rocket, and the lack of a screen gap threw me off. Okay, there we go.
All right, Try. I need to keep track of how many times Kirby blames the screen gap, okay? Do this for me. As your friend, Kirby, I gotta know how many times you've said it this stream.
I'm gonna hold left, because I think we're about to get a swap soon.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
It's
Okay, got a hit there at least. Back to the boss. Not the perfect quick kill, but I salvaged at least. Okay, so what this boss doing this quick here is random. And if it does it anytime during that quick setup, you just lose the quick kill out completely. And when that electric berry turns off, it's random. That wasn't too bad, actually. Not the perfect quick kill, but
Hey,
hey,
28-32. Yeah. Not bad.
what was it? Yeah, that was really good.
Not bad.
I think a perfect kill's like 22. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Did you know I'm running this
Shuffling
game at
mid-fight,
HDQ?
messing up the quick kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're
I
saying.
am running this game at HDQ. It's a character bit war. I know Blaze is the hot character, but I am cheering for Sonic because I already ran Blaze like 7 years ago. So,
Yeah,
you
what
want a
day is
different
your
run?
Kirby.
I think it's Wednesday, I think?
Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday? It's in the first
Check the
half.
schedule.
Yeah,
Schedule's
let's check the
out.
schedule.
And you could attend. If you want to watch Kirby do this in person, you can go get your ticket right now.
You could. I'm going to be taking lots of selfies mid-run. Spoiler alert. Because of the numerous autoscrollers.
There. I'll see if I can sneak into the audience somewhere and you're going to be reviewing these photos. Be like, wait, Kiara's over there.
Yeah, I actually, when I ran Rush like 7 years ago, I made it a point to take pictures and tweet them, and I did the like mid-run, and I did it like 5 times. We had a good time. It was a Blaze run though, and admittedly, Blaze hasn't really changed much. So that's why I kind of want to run Sonic, to be honest. But you know, it is a character bit war, so like if you really want Blaze to win,
What the viewers want.
what do the viewers want? Donate with your money. When time comes to shove, push comes to shove, whatever that phrase is. But right now we're on Rush Adventure on this really awesome zone. Oh god, this game is so pretty. These minecarts are also really cute. I mean, they're technically autoscrollers, but they're like really small and don't really overstay their welcome. There it is, that's it. Very cute game. God, this game is so awesome. You can tell Rush Adventure is like one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. All right. Like on an honest note, like I'd say Rush Adventure is like well obviously my favorite, but from should be good. From a speedrunning perspective, I'd probably say Colors DS is better. It just has a better flow to it overall. But because I prefer Rush Adventure as a game overall, I think I enjoy doing runs of that more often. Also, hey, that's the Colors DS boss. Watch it die in like 20 seconds. Shocker. Because it's healing itself right now, but by using drill underwater like that, you can insta-kill it like that. Dead. Welcome to Colors DS. Okay. All right, so we are done with 4 zones in 2 games. Notable progress. All right, time for Aquarium Park. It's a water zone in the Sonic game. But because Sonic Colors, both the Wii and the DS version, are awesome games, the water zones are actually mostly really fun.
Can you
And
still
now
drown?
we are doing... You can still drown.
Have you got the
You do-
scary drown music?
You do get the scary drown music. Have you heard it before your Sonic 3 playthrough?
No, that was the first time I
Oh.
heard it. And I was like, oh my
Oh,
god,
God.
this is so stressful.
It did its job.
Yeah, it sure did.
Yeah, so we've got some plot here. Sonic and Tails are like, we're looking for Blaze. And Knuckles is like, wait, she has a chaos... Is the Master Emerald in danger? And he does stupid stuff. So, comedic relief, I guess. Now we are on to Zone 5, Huge Crisis, and we're probably getting a shuffle soon.
Do your best, Sonic.
Alright. Maybe? So I will say, like, I think the areas in Rush, like the thematic areas in Rush are in the first half of Rush are incredibly generic. Forest, water, desert, carnival. Oh my god! But the latter, which is why I think Rush is the weakest game by far. But the latter half is really fun, I think, and very thematic, and really is just Rush. It's very fun. But we'll get to that when we swap back to it. For now, we're playing a water zone with. It's just really pretty and also a really cool theme because you're in, again, the theme of Colors is that you're in an amusement park. And we just unlocked the Laser Wisp, which, well, that's it. That's the Laser Wisp. You go really fast and ricochet. Okay, got some underwater gameplay here. Not gonna look much different. Oh, okay, well, got a shuffle there. All right, so we're kind of inside this giant battleship in Huge Crisis, which is the 5th zone of Sonic Rush. All right. And we got a really big skip here. We got a big RBJ there, and we're going to jump over this gap to skip a pretty significant part of the stage there. Thankfully, Blaze can make that too. Pretty easily. right. Where are we? Oh, I'm dead. Going left killed me. Going left and rush killed me. I need to keep holding right for that part in Rush Adventure, and I missed that jump. Okay. Let's see where I am. Let's break speed cap there and then do that. Okay. That brought me back kind of far back, but it's not the end of the world. All right. No boost, just hold right. Okay, we got it. That checkpoint was right there. The checkpoint was right there. Oh, that feels bad. Get some boost here. Real low. And we got a... where am I? Okay. Where am I? Okay. Kill that enemy for some boost. Hit that. Oh, everyone's favorite music. Okay. We're fine. Laser. Ooh, that should work. You never expect to hold left. It's a Sonic game. No, actually not a Sonic game. It's a 2D platformer thing. When do you ever hold left? Alright. And we did one instance of drill in Aquarium Park. It's right here. That damage took is intentional, just so we don't get special stage dive. I need to get that laser. Get the laser. Get the laser. Good. Okay. Alright. We're almost done with the stage. We're close to a shuffle too, I think. Yeah, called it. Okay, here we go. Okay. We're supposed to take a glider that yeets you into all these rings, but we're skipping that because that's slow. And there's a really big skip here that is frame perfect to place, incredibly easy with Sonic. I said incredibly easy with Sonic. That screen gap is...
Sonic. Yeah,
there we go. That's a huge skip. I didn't know it was even possible with Blades until like someone found the skip for it like 2 years ago. But it requires like a frame perfect trick off the spring with Blaze. And it's incredibly... It saves like 20 seconds for her, I think, something like that. Only if you get like first try though. I've lost like 2 minutes going for it. It's pretty horrible. And so Blaze can't make that with an RBJ like Sonic can because her boost just doesn't give her enough speed to clear it. Again, Sonic is the fast character and a reliable character and a shortcut character in Rush. Because Rush's level design is not great for Blaze. Alright. Act 2 of Aquarium Park, Sushi Land. They actually, so like in the Wii version of Sonic Colors, they actually have these robots dressed as sushi chefs. It's actually really cute. They don't have that here because, DS game, but still. But they look like samurai though. Look at them. They're cute. Look at that. Nice swap. Okay. Where am I? Do that. Okay, we got it. We've got some enemy chambers here in Rush. We gotta kill every enemy here. Remember, main thing is to not boost the last enemy. So that's slow. Alright. I'm gonna take this for safety in case we get a shuffle. You normally skip this. Okay, we're good. Not too bad. Okay. Act 2. Act 2 is very cycle heavy in a huge crisis, which we'll see if we make it. We're getting. I sense a shuffle coming up soon. All right. We've got an enemy chamber here and a shuffle. All right. Where am I? Here we go. Rush Adventure is kind of getting the short end of the stick right now.
Yeah.
It's the longest game too, like by far. All right. So there's going to be a very good chance we have to do like the last like 2 zones of Rush Adventure after clearing the other 2 games, but we'll see. But... Oh, that is a bad spot.
No.
That is a bad spot. Where am I?
Keep it in your brain. Get ready on the inputs.
Lots of gaps here that I need to be careful of. Okay, we're fine for now. We're going left, that's a bad idea. Okay, now we're going right, we're fine. All right, I'm just gonna hold Y and right this entire time because there's an auto-scroller here in Rush Adventure. It's a really cute one. It's holding the boost button and right. Okay, we're fine. We should still make the cycle. There's a piston cycle here. No, I missed it. All right, that doesn't look like it cost me much time, but it kind of snowballs because there's other cycles I'm waiting on. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just messes up all the future cycles. Yeah,
Yep.
That's the worst.
And that's a really easy cycle to make, honestly, but you know, shuffler. But this stage is so fun, though. I just said something positive about Rush. That is not what I meant to do, but oh well. Better safe than sorry. You can get a lot of boost out of it, at least. Break speed cap there, break it here again. You can make that cycle at like 50 seconds, something like that. All right. So right here, Blaze goes up, Sonic stays bottom, because Blaze has a huge skip she can do in that stage, and oh, that's not good. That is not good. Okay, well, we are not supposed to be down here, but we'll work something out. Okay, I know where I am. I know where I am. I know where I am. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. That is not what I meant to do, but that's fine. We're fine. We good. We good. We good. We in there. Oh, wait, wrong way. We need to do a slope jump here. There we go. Lots of big jumps here. Get the laser. Go up. God, the colors are so fun. And now we got a cute little autoscaler where we can do nothing. All right. Enemy chamber. Roll through them. Dead. So yeah, Blaze has a different route she takes where she actually skips the rest of the stage with the glitch she can do, where she can hover really high. That skips pretty much the rest of the stage, honestly. And Sonic, and she is only like 2 or 3 seconds faster than Sonic, despite that. That's just how Rush is, unfortunately. Like, all of this you skip with Blaze. All right, back to the autoscroller. Yeah, I've been talking about Blaze, but we haven't seen her a single time yet, because like, Blaze and Sonic's story are completely separate. She doesn't in Sonic Rush, and she doesn't exist in Colors. And Rush Adventure, we haven't gotten to unlocking her yet, because the Shuffler doesn't like Rush Adventure. Which is my favorite.
It knows. It's sentient.
It knows. It truly is sentient. It was sentient about when I wanted to see this shuffle between 3 autoscrollers, and it refused to give me Colors DS. All right, so we got a pretty cool boss here, but this is probably the hardest boss in the game, in the speedrun. So, and we are definitely getting a shuffle in the middle, which is very bad, but we'll manage, I guess. We need to yeet that torpedo back up. Then we have a very small window to get... Okay, I messed that up. I'm gonna try it again. Okay, so yeah, this entire arena is basically shaped like a seesaw. That's basically the gimmick of that boss. Where am I? Okay. We're almost done with the stage. But basically, you can kill the boss with like 2 lasers with a pretty tight setup. But it's pretty difficult to do and unreliable, but it looks really cool. All right, now we are on... All right, this is for everyone. This is for Blaze fans, and this is for Kiara.
Uh-huh.
That's Whiskers. He is the main antagonist. he found something called the Jeweled Scepter. Shiver me timbers! It be a Jeweled Scepter. Looks like we'll be shipping out sooner.
This guy sounds like a pirate. I didn't think that based off looking at him.
Coincidentally, he's a robot too. I wonder why. All right, and
is there a
hold it right there.
A connection to somebody?
Boom! I wonder who this is. Blaze! It's Blaze the cat. Let's go!
Blaze!
And she's like, "What the frick are you doing here?" And back to Rush. That was worth it. Okay.
That was actually a good freeze frame for the shuffle.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Blaze is here.
Whoa! What's going on here? Ooh. I'm dead. I was supposed to hit the spring there. Oh, that brings me back really far. Ooh, that's really bad. Well, not much I can do about it. Okay. This enemy chamber. Yeah, I think we lost like 30 seconds there. Okay, where am I? All right. So now we got the Ghost Kraken, the boss. And this is probably the biggest instance of luck in the speedrun for this game. And that's because when you go underwater, this boss can do 1 of 2 things. A slam or a sweep. And if you play this boss casually, that wouldn't really matter in terms of time. Like, it's not really going to lose you time. But, like, there is a glitch you can do with 1 of those patterns that saves 40 seconds. So this has a lot of luck, not due to bad game design like Rush, but because of a glitch. And you have 2 chances at it. So hopefully he'll give it to us. Okay, this is what you want, and I need to actually get it correctly. That should work. Nope, it's too close to tentacle. Okay, I have a second chance at it. Okay. Bad time for a shuffle. All right, we're in another boss here, so. Okay. Let's see if we can get this boss's quick kill. That's. Hit him once. Okay, I messed that up. I'm not gonna laser him. All right, I'm just gonna not worry about it. I should be able to hit him that way. Nope. Okay, I need to restart. I couldn't aim that properly because of a lack of a gap. Lack of a screen gap, because the screen gap is really important for aiming your laser properly. Okay, try this again. We're gonna get a shuffle soon, I'm pretty sure. All right, that's not ideal. Okay, at least I got a hit, but I'm not gonna get the ideal. I'm dead. Okay, where am I? Okay, here we are. It's a very difficult boss to do quickly, especially with the lack of a screen gap, which I did not anticipate. But you know, that's what we're here for. All right. All right. That's. Okay, remember to hit the spring here. All right. Cool. Now we're on to boss 5 of Rush. You've probably heard my opinions on Rush bosses already.
Yeah,
this boss is no
I
different.
think we have.
In fact, it might look very familiar. It might look very familiar. Looks a little familiar.
We've totally seen this before.
Yeah. Actually has the same kind of luck, like in terms of like the luck patterns and stuff, except now we can go into background and where you can't do anything to it except sit down to do nothing. So, all right. We get it. That should be work. There we go. That's a quick kill. And it's dead. Okay, well, not entirely dead. Every boss in Rush Adventure has like a 1 HP fatal blow mode, where once you bring it down to 1 HP, you have to hit it one more time in its like panic mode. But yeah, so I still got the quick kill. There we take those. All right, now we have Blaze unlocked in Rush Adventure. Hooray! Although we have to do some boating first, and now we need to actually beat this boss in colors. So come on, get the quick kill. All right, that's not what I meant to do. Let's fix that. Okay. Go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you want to stay on its right. You want to stay on its right when you bounce off of it, and it get fired to laser, but I got bounced to the left each time. Okay, we're on this boss. Oh, it can slam between 1 to 3. It can slam 1 or 3 times now. And of course, the 3 slam is slow. Oh, that was a really fast shuffle. What am I doing? Okay. That's a really fast shuffle. Okay. Oh, come on. That deflected me down. I've never had this much trouble on this boss before, but I am also playing on an unfamiliar method, so...
You're doing great.
Let's see. Okay. There we go. And fire that laser. We got a hit. We need to wait. Jump. Get that. Wait. Aim a blind laser. Got it. Okay. That I have to fire that laser in between the screens or it's blind. And I got it. So that's the quick kill. And it only took like 4 tries.
Very nice.
Okay. Now we're back to some more plot and stuff. So in Rush Adventure, we got Blaze, and we learned of these radio. We learned that we want to explore the east half of the world now, but we need to. We're receiving like a lot of wavelengths that Tails can't detect. So we just had to use some materials to build a radio tower, which now allows us to proceed with the game. All right. And now we're gonna do some sailing. Wow, it's been a while. We've done this because we've been stuck in the 3rd zone for a while in this game. All right, auto-scroller. Minigame auto-scroller. Thankfully, this is the last time we have to do this boat minigame. There's 4 different boats you use in this game, and this is by far the most tedious. The other 3 are a lot more interactive.
Yeah. Do you actually have to do anything in this, or can you just like let it go?
Not die. That's it. Just not die. Yep. Amazing! All right, so we've got 1 zone left in colors, so we're almost close to the end, actually. Which, wow, that's if I predicted this. All right, so we have Asteroid Coaster. And we will unlock the Void Wisp. So Kiara, this wisp that's going to be unlocked can spawn in one of 4 corners. Do you want to guess which one it'll spawn in?
It's going to be
left,
the top left
right?
corner, my favorite. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see if you guess correctly. Okay, you can't get that one. And, oh, the shuffle. You're going to have to wait until the next shuffle.
No!
You're going to have to wait until the next shuffle. Oh, I need to get my mouse ready for
remember,
that shuffle.
top left. Top left. Where we're at.
Oh, well, I mean, we've got... I'm just going to mash that screen during this boss because we are sitting here doing nothing for like 2.5 minutes because Sonic Rush bosses. Because Sonic Rush bosses are incredibly interactive. All right. Triple slam. Yes, that's a triple slam. All right, 2 more hits. This is, I think, relatively good luck. Okay. Keep mashing the upper left corner. While waiting, because the shuffle's coming. There's a shuffle coming. I know, I can feel it. So fun fact, this boss has a chance to go into background twice in a row. We got it, so let's go! Kiara, you got it!
I'm the best! What do I win?
Fun fact, it's always a top left.
Oh.
It's always the top left.
I did not know that in advance. Okay, I legitimately guessed.
You legitimately got lucky there. Like when he said top left, I internally was like, oh wow, she got it. Dang, what a gamer. All right, so Void Wisp, you eat stuff. The more you eat, the faster you go. And you also fly, so it's a pretty cool wisp, although it's a little slow, so we kind of want to avoid it if possible. Laser's fast, so we want to use that a lot. This zone is really fun, but also incredibly dangerous, as you can tell from all the green acid and stuff. That just insta-kills you. All right, so the Void Wisp has a bit of an exploit where if you're lightly mashing the direction you're moving in, while it grows, you go farther. And we want to break that barrier with Void, because you're supposed to use laser to break that barrier. But now we conserved it, and now we're back to this interactive boss. How's it going? Look at that. Sonic's just enjoying his day.
Yeah, looking at the sky. Beautiful sunset.
Beautiful sunset. Oh, I guess the sunset's this way.
Don't steer it directly into the sun, Kirby. Okay.
It did it again. It did it again. Interactive boss design right here. that is, I think, like almost over 30 seconds of sitting down doing nothing. It's great. Yeah. So doing rush speedruns is definitely really tests your patience if it wasn't obvious. Because you need to just accept that luck is a huge factor. And not in a fun way. But rush is still fun. Alright. But I say that as we do an auto-scroller in Rush Adventure. But this game's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just not this boat minigame as much. Alright, so we reached an island, and this island doesn't really have anything, it's just a plot trigger. We're gonna do some more sailing, but thankfully it's gonna be with the wave cyclone, which is the more interactive of the boat games. And we have to use the wave cyclone, even though okay, colors. Where are we? Okay, we're good. So we get to conserve a laser with that skip I just did, and I just died. We got to hit checkpoint, I think. Yeah, we did. Where am I? Okay. Okay, so now we have to get that laser, which is a little slower, but no biggie. All right, laser, hit that crystal, go fast. Where are we now?
Huh? Okay.
Colors.
We're here.
I mean, not colors, Rush Adventure. So now we're going to take the wave cyclone and cross these shores because a sailboat cannot cross the shore, but the wave hover boat thingy, whatever you want to call it. Water bike, there we go, that's the word. Can. So we have to use this, and this is also, sadly, the last time we're going to see this, which is the coolest of the boat games. But they are farewells. I did do initial routing for the best ending category for this game, which is basically what it sounds like. Just get all 7 Chaos Emeralds and 7 Soul Emeralds, and do the post-game and the Supersonic Super Blaze fight. It takes like an extra 30 minutes, I think, because you have to do an entire post-game. Alright, where are we? Go under dates. Where am I in Rush again? Oh, right, I'm in the middle of the boss. Right, okay. Here I need to remember to slide or else I die. Boop. Little wall jumping. Avoid the green S. Unfortunate. Touchscreen, touchscreen. Oh, there was a boost capsule right there too. So as a reminder, all of these Wave Cyclone layouts are random. So I'm like completely improvising every time. I don't think there's enough of the stage left to warrant going for max. No, we got a ramp here, so I can get max boost here. And we boost to the end. Okay. Alright. Interactive boss. I don't think it's possible for him to go into the background a 3rd time in a row, but it'd be really funny and depressing if he did. Alright, we are finally done with the Sonic Rush boss, and we are now moving on to Zone 6 of Sonic Rush. And now we're back here. Alright, so we are on Zone 4 in Rush Adventure, and we are gonna use, get your cat emotes ready, because we are using cat. Finally. So these are her tricks. She just goes really, really high up, like that. And she has the hover as well. So you can kind of just tell that her boost is notably slower than Sonic's, which is, well, again, why she's just so much worse than Sonic and Rush. But the level design in Rush Adventure accommodates for her abilities way better than Rush does. There's a lot more like verticality in these stages too. So Sonic is actually technically faster than Blaze for this stage, but he's a lot riskier. So like, and I think like the 2 top runners, the runners with the 2 top times in this game, in Rush Adventure, use Sonic for that zone and actually lose the time that they would have saved with a mistake. No disrespect, but my point was that it's just a lot riskier to do that stage with Sonic. So I choose to use Blaze for that zone. Oh, speaking of Blaze, she's right here in Rush. Like, plot, Sonic's like, hey, Blaze. They just met each other for the first time, and Blaze is like, my world is in danger. I need to collect the Soul Emeralds. I don't need friends. I'm a strong, independent woman. And she just ditches Sonic, and Cream's like, wait up for me! I'm your friend! That's pretty much what's going on here. Alright, Zone 6, Altitude Limits. Also a very cool zone, admittedly with lots and lots of bottomless pits, because we are in the sky. Alright. Oh, okay, we're back to Blaze. Alright. I'm lower on boost than I'd like. Doing a bit of a skip here. We should be good. Oh, I jumped underneath that? That's possible? Huh. Oh well, that happens, I guess. Where am I? Okay. That spring. We're lower in boost than I should be right now. With enemies. And jump here. Yeah, we're supposed to have like, max boost here, but that's okay. Cute little mini game here. Basic QTE. We have boost, and I also died in colors, so we gotta go back here. Because I stomped to my death in the green acid, which is unfortunate. Okay. I'm gonna pick up a laser here, and now there's an auto-scroller coming up. Tiara's favorite. Here it is. This is the auto-scroller. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, Act 2 of Asteroid Coaster is coming up.
Let's do it.
Oh, okay. We're back to altitude limit. All right. So yeah, lots of cool stuff in this zone, honestly. Although, again, very dangerous. We are in the late game portion of Rush. So everything has become a lot more dangerous in general. A bit of a safe strat here to boost into that spring. Slow paraglider section, so taking damage is faster because you just fall down more quickly. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take some pretty big shortcuts here with a double RBJ.
Oh,
right
okay.
here. RBJ there, jump over a lot of the stage there, and there we go.
Very nice.
Supposed to kind of go up and down here, but we're going to just fall down quickly. Let's get more of the stage that way. Okay. Where are we? Okay, colors. Oh, I picked the same stage. Good thing we can quit. All right, so Act 2 has lots of auto-scrollers. Hope you all love auto-scrollers. This is the first one. Hope you liked it.
Love it.
All right, that's the first auto-scroller.
Yay!
These auto-scrollers are honestly very cool because you ride on these really badass roller coasters. They're just really swag. All right. I missed that last QTE. All right, so there's a bit of a skip we're going to go for here. I'm going to play this one safe. Do a big RBJ there. And you're supposed to kind of climb up all of this, but we kind of just did an RBJ to get the height we need to skip all the climb. All right. Act 1 done with Blaze after like 2 unfortunate deaths, and we are back to colors. Okay. Okay, second auto-scroller. Oh, second auto-scroller here, stomp here. All right. Big auto-scroller. Hope you liked it. That was it. Now back to the Void Wisp. Eat everything. More auto-scrollers here. I should not be doing this because the shuffle's coming up soon, I'm pretty sure. We're fine! We made it! Woo! We skipped 2 more auto-scrollers without a shuffle. Oh, there it is. All right. Oh, I went in the wrong direction. I'm supposed to go left. Where am I? Okay. Oh, dear. Yeah, so what happened is I was going on my way going left here. I shuffled, and then I was holding right, and I went backwards and just died. That's okay. That's okay. All right. We are sadly not going to be in auto-scroller purgatory because Rush Adventure doesn't have an auto-scroller coming up yet. But this one's like a 50-second auto-scroller, I think. The fastest thing to do is hug the right side and do nothing.
Just a leisurely hang glide session.
Just a leisure one with all these enemies, all these robots just passing by, biding their time. They're just like, hey, Sonic, what's up?
Is this a precise position to just avoid everything, or is it literally just the right side?
I literally just hold right. That's it. All right. Hopefully, let's do Act 2 with Blaze, because Blaze is awesome. You can't escape me. That's her quote. Okay. Okay, so that you can just kind of see how far she goes with her diagonal tricks. That's kind of her thing, just going really far with her tricks. And there's also a bit of an interesting little exploit coming up soon where there's an upgrade in this game called a quick trick upgrade, which you're supposed to, when you get it, you're supposed to be able to trick really quickly, but when Blaze gets it, just watch. Yeet! And we're going to do that again soon, assuming we don't get a shuffle. And one more time. And... never mind. All right. That's not... oh, that's not going to work. Okay, we'll just go this way then. Supposed to skip this, but... I'm going to do this now. That should work. Cool, okay. Some mandatory void sections. I need to remember to grab a Void Wisp refill right here. And where am I? Blaze. Okay. We go fast there, and that's what the quick trick upgrade does with her. So how Blaze's forward trick works is that she kind of teleports forward like half the screen and then comes to a complete stop. So it's good for distance, bad for speed, typically. But when you get the quick trick upgrade, you completely remove the come to a complete stop at the end. You just keep teleporting forward really fast. Sadly, not many opportunities for her to show that off in this game. But that's okay. Also, Blaze is just better than Sonic for most bosses, which should not come as a surprise. Ironically, in Sonic Rush, Sonic's just better than Blaze. In, I think, pretty much every boss. I think? Yeah, I think Sonic's better than Blaze in every... trying to remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sonic's just better than Blaze in every boss in Rush. In Rush Adventure, it's like 50-50, maybe like a little bit in favor of Blaze, but like probably like 40-60 in favor of Blaze, something like that. Like Sonic's better at the ball bouncing boss, and there's also a whale boss that's coming out that Sonic's better at. I think that's it off the top of my head in Rush Adventure. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Big Void. All right, this is the last auto-scroller. And we're another auto-scroller. Into another one. Let's go.
We get to relax for a little bit, Kirby. This is where everybody, you should be following twitch.tv/KirbyMaster right now.
Yeah, because guess what? On this Saturday, so last Saturday, what I did a speedrun of all 16 handheld Sonics. You missed the announcement at the start of this run, which includes all 5 Sonic Game Gear games, the platformers. Sonic 1, 2, Chaos, Triple Trouble, and Blast, and then also Pocket Adventure, so that's 6. All 3 Sonic Advance games, all 3 Rush games, which you're seeing now, Rivals 1 and 2, Generations 3DS, and Lost World 3DS. And I did a speedrun of all 16 of those in one go last Saturday with roughly a 10-hour, 17-minute time. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I'm going to do it again this Saturday because I want to get sub 10. I want my revenge. So definitely mark that on the calendars or hit that follow button because I just stream. Nowadays, I stream a bazillion Sonic games now. And I have other silly projects for next year that I want to do. Also, Kiara, did you think I was going to skip that autoscroller?
Yeah, I did.
Imagine skipping autoscrollers. Who would ever do that? That's what I say all the time when I run this game, and someone always laughs in chat. After you skip, like, what, 6 roller coaster autoscrollers, I'm like, hey, here's the last one. Did you expect me to actually skip it? Imagine that. Anyone who watches me regularly knows I say that all the time. This is probably one of the more BS parts of this boss, because that core... Okay, when you have to hit that core one last time, it moves incredibly erratically and randomly. It is incredibly difficult to hit with a Sonic because you can't hover. So Blaze has a huge advantage over Sonic in that sense. All right. What am I doing next? Right, hover, grab. Yeah, right, okay. So now we are finally going to build a third boat now that we've gotten silver materials from the zone we just did. And now we are going to build an actual hover boat, which can go very far. And we have a bit of non-linearity now where you can go north to Blizzard Peaks, Zone 5. Or southeast to Sky Babylon, Zone 6. Doesn't really matter which one you do in order. You have to put them both, though. But back to Colors DS. So this boss is really cool because, okay, so we are kind of cycling this arena, and we want to avoid rings. Do not get any rings. Because these rings are repeating, and we need to make sure we conserve them for when we go void. We are constantly at 0 rings right now. And now we go void and eat those rings. Oh my god. Oh. And we just eat the boss.
Yay!
Boss eaten. Oh my god. So when I run this game on my DS, that just threw me off so much because when I run this game on my DS, the boss is such a lag show. Like that's I think you lose like 10 seconds of real time from just lag.
Whoa, 10 seconds on the one boss.
The lag is so bad. It's really funny. So that just threw me off just now. I was like, whoa, this is so fast. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. That I almost messed up my strat for that boss because I was like, whoa, wait a second, I'm not lagging here, what? Thankfully, still worked out. Also, no one saw that. No one saw anything.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yep, no one saw anything. All right. Oh, this is going to be a pretty bad swap spot because this is all over. Oh, I'm not dead. I pressed the trick button there at a bad time. Oh, well. Okay, we finally made the Aqua Blast. We'll see if we can actually get to actual gameplay before the next swap. So you can kind of tell, like, one of the things people don't like about Rush Adventure, which, you know, is understandable. You can kind of argue it has a lot more bloat to it because, like, Rush and DS, Colors DS, are like basically stage. Whereas like Rush Adventure has like this entire like world exploring map, which I think is really cool and innovative for its time. But if you're not a fan of like touchscreen gimmicks like this, then you're definitely not going to vibe with it. I don't mind it though. All right. So we are done with all the main zones of Colors DS. We only have the final stage and the final boss left in Colors DS. Shocker, it's the first game we're finishing. Okay, final area has appeared. Now we're going to go through terminal velocity, and because I'm an idiot, I'm going to do the TAS route with the swap. I have to play perfectly to get this, which I won't, but, you know, who knows? Maybe I will, despite the swap. All right, so this is a completely different kind of gameplay, and it'll be pretty much playing on a top-down perspective, and I'm going really, really fast, so I need to really focus until we swap and mess everything up. Fine. This is the hardest part. Oh, right at the hardest part. Oh, God, that's so bad. No. There's a really tight turn to the left that's coming up there. All right, so we are on the Aqua Blast. Now, this is, again, kind of an auto-scroller, but you do have to actively pay attention and engage with it. So basically, like, if you get hit, you lose time. Getting hit's bad. So you can't deflect stuff with, like, this barrel roll. Oh, shout out to Starbucks. But deflecting stuff also costs you time. So you want to avoid, you just want to dodge whenever possible. But deflecting stuff is a little bit faster, or rather, loses less time than outright getting hit. So you kind of just want to... Okay, we're back to Rush. Let's try not to die in this section again. Ah, I meant to boost there. Okay. I'm gonna play it safe. Go up a bit. I'm gonna swap soon. I think we're at like 30 seconds. Just keep holding the boost button in case we go to terminal velocity on Colors. Okay, yeah, I messed up a little bit, but that's fine. Not the end of the world. Okay. I'm gonna play this a little slow here because I lost boost and got hit a few times. Okay, let's go. All right, that could have been worse. That could have been much worse. Okay. Oh, right before the final boss. Okay, we got some platforming here. And again, this is a spot where Blaze is a bit faster and easier than Sonic, because again, she has a bit more air acceleration than Nikki does.
Right. But overall, like, it's not enough sections for it to be worth it over Sonic.
Yeah, that's like... There's like 3 sections like that where it's relevant. All right. Actually, I messed up. Let me try this again. Back to Colors. Okay. This is pretty much a victory lap where this boss kind of uses like your own wisps against you. That's the burst attack. And all you really need to do is just boost into it when it becomes vulnerable. So it's pretty straightforward. Right? Hit this with boost. That's the rocket attack. Okay. Where am I? Am I dead? Did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and toggle on my cheat and run on spikes. There we go. Oh, no, I messed that up. Okay, that's what I get for cheating. Okay, so the story is, on some of my Sonic Rush speedrun videos, I will always get one of those comments of being like, ha, I knew you were cheating. You ran on those spikes while boosted. got you, cheater. And that's kind of like a Mario Piranha Plant hitbox moment because it's like literally an Nintendo mechanic. Because in the Rush Adventure, you can just run on spikes while boosting. Of course, if you're not boosting, you take damage. But also, I feel like I'll be a little honest. If I were cheating, I feel like I'd find a more subtle way to cheat. And that's actually impactful. But yeah, that's just how it is. Colors DS, you cannot do that. Colors DS, if you boost and touch a spike, you will get hurt. So that does not work in Colors DS. So they, in a sense, it kind of nerfed the boosting in Colors. All right, so that's the final hit, and now we need, well, not final hit, but the void hit. And now we need to do the actual final hit, which is a mashing contest. So this game tells you to mash the Y button. And that's why I held off on that, because I'm like, I feel like the swap is coming. All right, Aqua Blast. These minigames are cute, though. Like, I don't mind these. Again, I don't blame people for not liking these, but also, I personally have a relatively high tolerance of like gimmicky control setups. So, you know, I'm okay with it. Where do you rate Kiara on your tolerance of? I like motion controls or touchscreen controls a lot versus I will never touch a game that has them.
Like,
From like a scale of 0 to 10.
I will play games that feature touch controls. I mean, you know, I did a lot of Super Mario Odyssey speedrun, which involves shaking the controller firmly,
I'm not a fan
all
of
the time. But I never like really think it adds much like to the experience for me. It's like I will interact with it if the game is good enough. But like I'd be like, no, I wish this wasn't motion controlled. I wish I could just press a button to go faster instead of having to shake and destroy my forearms.
Yeah, I personally was not a fan of Mario Odysseys at all because it's like I think they like intentionally give you if you use button controls in Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
for whatever
like
reason. It's really obnoxious.
It is so much faster to use motion controls to the point where like if you're not doing it in the speedrun, like you're losing minutes upon minutes.
There's literally a moon that's like almost impossible to get if you don't use motion controls.
Yeah, like the roll boost that you use to get almost everywhere is
here we go. Mash.
faster.
All right, so this is what I want to talk about. So the game tells you to mash the Y button. Fun fact, all 4 face buttons work, so this boss is about to get deleted. Dead. And timing on this game comes up on the results screen, and we can mark it as done. There it is. Okay, one game down, 2 to go. Colors is done. We're gonna get a notably less chaos now. Okay, we're a lot lower on boost than I should be. It should work. Okay, so there's a bit of a cool exploit here where if you boost while charging a spin dash, you can spin dash in the air. So you'll see that right here, if I do it correctly. Spin dash, release. Okay, I did that too high. So I was supposed to go through that little gap there with that spin dash, but I messed it up because of the screen gap. Yeah, I get the counter again. Blame me the lack of screen gap. Okay, let's try that again. Although I feel like a swap's coming. We'll do it. We'll go for it anyways. Got it. That's it. That's a skip right there. All right. All right. Another fun glitch. So we're snowboarding right now, and when you're snowboarding in Rush Adventure, if you press the trick button with no direction, you just go really fast, like that. Here, why? I don't know, but it's cool. Right there, again. Like you really notice if you look at the bottom screen. We have to land on the platform in the blind spot between the screens, and then now we're back at Rush. Okay. Right this platform up, and hopefully we don't die. Fingers crossed. Ooh, that was close. Okay. We are done with Altitude Limit 2. Now we are on to a boss. Yeah, it's Sonic Rush boss. So the general time loss from this boss is 1, you don't want it to blow its fans. That's just slow. You're usually gonna get 2 though. And 2, between every single attack, this boss has a random chance to do this attack. And like, it's not a huge amount of time loss, but it adds up if he does it repeatedly. So, like, I mean, again, nothing you can do about it. It's a Sonic Rush boss. That's a fast pattern, though. And now we're back in... Where am I? Okay, back.
Yeah, maybe after we take out that boss, it'd be a good spot to go into our final break of the evening.
That's a good time, yeah. All right. Might be a bit, though, but, you know, reviving. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, wait. I got a trick off of that. Interesting. Okay. Go. All right. Not too bad, all things considered. So that's Act 1 of Blizzard Peaks. You can kind of call it like a sort of generic snow stage, but on the other hand, it's the music just makes it feel like you're on a really badass hike, and it's so awesome. Okay, back to Altitude Limits boss. All right. Okay, no bullets, so that's good. Time save. Bullets? Bullets, so that's time loss. Okay. No fan, that's good. This hit is much harder to do with Blaze because, again, her problem with Blaze is that she doesn't have a speed burst option. Sonic does, which is this. And that is so important for these Sonic Rush fights. So, like, the majority of these fights are way harder to do with Blaze than Sonic. Where am I? Okay. I'm gonna grab this boost capsule for safety. Okay. Okay. That Snowflake, because it gives boost. Broke speed cap, we're going way faster than usual. I messed that up. That's okay. Oh, there's a spring down here, it's fine. Yep, okay. I know there's a spring down there because I've messed that up so many times. Where am I? Okay. On this boss. What are we gonna do? Fan attack. All right, so this is the big time loss. You're almost always gonna see two of these in the easy mode fight. So you just sit here and mash. That's it. As a reminder, if you think these bosses look tedious, reminder, we're playing this on easy mode time loss. So the decision to allow easy mode was like the best decision ever for this game because if you play on normal mode, I'm pretty sure that would add like an extra 5 minutes of luck on like a 30-minute speed run.
Jeez.
Probably. It's just so bad. I'm pretty confident it will be at least like 5 minutes. Those 2 extra hits matter so much more. Okay. You got bullets again. So a really good fight for this. A really good fight time for this boss is like sub 2, which we are not getting. All right. Where are we? Can I make this? Okay, good. Run this route. And now...
Kirby, does every single Sonic level have to have a loop-de-loop in it?
Yes. Absolutely.
There's no exceptions. Not a single level ever for any Sonic games does not feature.
They must have loops. Some of the Game Gear games don't really have loops, actually. It's like Sonic 1 Game Gear and Sonic 1 Master System does not have loops, I think. The 8-bit games don't really have loops because their physics systems aren't really sophisticated enough to support going through loops that smoothly, I think. Which, you know, makes sense. They're 8-bit games. And the few loops that do exist in the 8-bit games are really janky. Like, the game just has to automatically just push you through it without you having any control of yourself. So, I'll probably be like Sonic 1, 2, 3. I like those games a lot, but they are also really busted games. as you've experienced yourself. But I will also say, to their credit, like the physics systems in those games are honestly janky, but also incredibly sophisticated. Like there's just so much to the physics, and yeah, they're far from perfect. But at the time that they were made, I think it's just very impressive what they were able to accomplish with Sonic 1. Granted, again, they're definitely janky. All right, we are now on the boss of Blizzard Peaks, and this is a really interesting boss. So we are facing a giant whale on this tiny little island, and we are waiting for this boss to try to eat us. You just stand on the left, and now we bop it, and now we enter it, and now we have to hit the hearts.
Yeah.
And now we go to rush. All right, so we probably have some cutscenes here.
Yeah,
Yep, cutscenes.
maybe this would be
Okay.
a good time to pause here.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah.
about that.
Oh, it's good.
All right.
It's good. Anyway, everybody, don't go anywhere. We're gonna be back with more Game Master's Sonic Rush Trilogy Shuffler right after this. Welcome back, everybody, from the break. Once again, you're watching Game Masters here on the GDQ Hotfix. I'm your host, Kiara_TV, and we're here with Kirby Master, bringing us the Sonic Rush DS Trilogy Shuffler. We're in the tail end of it. Thank you all for sticking with us here. And if you want to catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events, and GDQ marathons, you can do it over on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. If you're watching this on YouTube, do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with all things GDQ. Kirby Master, are you ready for the final leg here? We're going to take it to victory for all 3 games tonight, right
We
here,
finished
right now.
1 game, and we've got 2 to go. So 3, 2, 1, go. And
Good luck.
a cutscene, I guess.
Yeah, right into the
so-
cutscene.
Yep. All right, but now we got. Oh, frick. Ooh, that's actually really bad. Oh, that was really bad. That was a really bad. What's it called? A shuffle. I think I have to redo the zone. Yep, we're redoing this. Well, that's how the shuffler goes. I accidentally pressed down and went back, so we have to redo it. That's okay. We get to see more snowboard gaming. All right. So as usual, if you missed the explanation before, when you trick with Sonic in a snowboard with no direction, input it, you just go really fast. And also, I didn't press forward, so we just died. All right. Where are we now? I don't think I hit check. Yeah, I didn't hit a checkpoint, so. All right. Oh, we're back to this and to cutscenes. This is an interesting shuffle spot. So yeah, plot-wise, Sonic finds Amy, and he's like, yeah, I'm looking for Blaze, this cat girl. And Amy, like, gets jealous, as usual. And she, like, chases him down. We run away. See ya. All right, we are on to Deadline, which is probably the coolest. This is the coolest zone in this game, and also the music is a freaking banger. All right. All right, let's go. The lyrics in this game just say, well, this is what you need all the time, so expect some jokes about that. All right. I want to make that. I'm a little low on... Okay, we got interrupted. All right. Let's try to not die this time. There we go. That's where I died, right there. Okay, yeah, got a lot of good trick combos there. I just do this without thinking now. That's just how often I play this game. All right, so we've got, so one of the gimmicks is that we have these missiles that are really fast, so we want to use them and not crash into anything, and they're really fast, and oh my goodness, okay. The game normally lags there. I was not expecting that to be so smooth. Oh my goodness, that just threw me off so much. Okay, where are we? Okay, we're in this part, okay. Grab this, that cleans that up. All right, Act 1 done. Again. Act 2. I like to say that this is kind of like Sonic Adventure, Ice Captain for Sonic Adventure, because it has some gimmicks that kind of return from Sonic Adventure DX. Although, if you look at a speedrun of it, it kind of just skips everything. All right. Small skip there. Take a rocket here. Get that. And we're back to Blizzard Peaks. Okay. We're gonna grab this boost capsule just for safety. Okay. On a checkpoint. Break the snowflake for boost. Break speed cap. Locking in now. Oop, missed that. No biggie. We're probably gonna get a shuffle soon, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while. This isn't a bad spot because there's no bottomless pits yet. Okay, here we go. I was supposed to jump over that. Okay, we lost all my booster because I took damage. Again, bad part. The part about Rush and Rush Adventure, if you take damage, it murders your boost meter, which is really bad. But we caught up again, so. Safe. That's. And done. Okay, Act 1 done. That was not too bad. I forgot to mention, Deadline, the zone we're in right now, is basically the obligatory gravity zone that almost Sonic games have. Coincidentally, Rush Adventure and Colors DS don't have a gravity zone, which is kind of a welcome change of pace, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think it does. Okay, Colors Wii, Asteroid Coaster and Colors Wii does have gravity switching, but the DS version does not. All right, we're back to this boss. And we're probably gonna get a swap before you get to inside the boss again. But generally speaking, the gimmick is that you have to get inside the boss's belly and then hit its heart and do that 3 times. And there's a bit of like an obstacle course here. So we're gonna see some boostless gameplay because you can't boost during bosses. Okay. And a swap. All right, where am I? All right.
Every time you go inside one of these cannons, Kirby, I feel like it should shoot you with more force than it does. I don't know what my expectation is, but like it feels like, you know, any of these bouncers, like it sends you into like Mach 15 and the cannon's just like boop.
Boop. It does kind of feel that way.
Yeah, right?
All right, I messed that up a bit, but that's okay. Oh, so it kind of just happened really quickly, but I also just kind of did a big skip in Rush. I skipped an enemy chamber, but went by really quickly, so most people probably missed it. If you do like an air dash at a specific point during the gravity flip before the enemy chamber, then you kind of go on a wrong layer and you run behind it and skip it, which is cool. Blaze can do it too, but it's much harder with her. You might be noticing a pattern with Blaze in Rush versus Rush Adventure. It is doable with her though, but it's a lot harder. With Sonic, it's super easy. Okay. Okay, a little bit of gravity here, and now we go here. Very fun zone though. And we're on a swap. Okay. So we're on phase 2 of the whale boss. Okay, good. Let's grab a spin dash there. Missed an air dash. You want to air dash over all these tiny little gaps and keep your speed going. Messed up. Okay. Okay, I'll just play it safe then. Where am I? There you go. That's what that's supposed to look like. Just kind of yeeting yourself across like that. Okay. Okay. Come on, get in there. Okay, so there's a really big shortcut Sonic can take coming up here. Blaze can't make it because she's too slow. Because Sonic Rush doesn't like her. So you just have to do a boost jump there and that's it. Blaze doesn't get she doesn't have the speed required to make that height, so she just can't do that skip. It takes like 10 seconds, something like that. It's a pretty significant skip.
I like this boss arena though, how it like goes in front of the camera between you. Like, it's a cool little touch.
Yeah, it is like downtime, but at the same time, you can tell they've put in a lot of love into these bosses visually. So like,
I try not to let
really
the speed run. Obviously, us speedrunners hate autoscrollers and all this stuff. You can't make them faster, but I don't want that to affect the the casual experience of going through these games for the first time and everything.
Yeah, it is like very
fun,
cool, even if it is slow. So like, I definitely want to give that credit. And like Rush Adventure does a really good job of making these bosses like cinematic. Like I think almost all the bosses do that in this game. Ooh, oh, where am I? Okay. Although it kind of comes at a bit of an expense. Like Rush bosses, for what all Rush bosses are at 60 FPS. Rush Adventure and Colors DS bosses are 30 FPS, which it kind of shows that you're really trying to push your DS's limitations in both of those games. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn on my cheat there. Okay, never mind, I missed the jump. That's what I get for cheating. So I'm not supposed to be down here, but oh well. As a reminder, you can run on spikes in this game, as long as you're boosting. Okay, so I want to be up here. There we go. Fix that. I'm running out of time. That's bad. We should be good, though. Okay, cool. Fun fact, this boss on easy mode is harder than normal. I think there's like an extra... So, like, there are like these little capsules you can hit that give you extra time, and I believe there's more on easy mode. They get in your way. So, if I recall correctly, easy is like a tiny bit slower than normal. Okay. All these springs. And, okay, there we go. You get on this path here. And we're basically done with the stage. Just gotta take this missile. And that's pretty much every main stage in the game for Rush. We just have 2 bosses left, so... We got a bit of dialogue here, and we're gonna get a swap in the middle of it probably. But basically, Sonic and Blaze confront to the 2 Eggmans. And now we are gonna go ahead and proceed with more plot in Sonic Rush Adventure. So, as a reminder, in Sonic Rush Adventure, we kind of went north to Blizzard Peaks. But you can also go southeast to Sky Babylon, the Sky Tribe. And you have a bit of non-linearity there. We're going to go there now. You can kind of do one in either order, but you have to do both eventually. So now we're doing the Sky Tribe section, the Sky Babylon. And now we're going to do this little Aqua Blast section to just go through. As a reminder, you really want to avoid hits because they slow you down, and now we are on a cutscene in back to Sonic Rush. So Blaze and Sonic are like squabbling a little bit. Blaze is like, this is my responsibility. I am strong and independent. I don't need you, Sonic. And Sonic's like, yo, but we're buddies. We're buddies. Well, we got to help each other out. And then Blaze is like, no, he's mine. You're not allowed to fight him. And then you fight. And then now the actual boss fight here is Blaze.
Yeah, I love how often this shows up in games. Like, no, they're mine.
We must have the rival versus rival fights. Yeah, so this fight kind of sucks. Basically, this fight boils down to just pray that Blaze lets you hit her. Playing as Blaze against Sonic is much worse, by the way. Because Sonic has an attack where he fires like 3 tornadoes, and you just sit there doing nothing for like 20 seconds. So kind of just have to pray that she lets you hit her in between her attacks, because it's completely random. And this is her really slow attack. The fight could be done by now, by the way, if you're really lucky. Like, that's just how volatile that fight is. Because you can clear that fight in like 20 seconds if she lets you hit her. But again, it is a lot worse if you're playing as Blaze fighting Sonic than playing as Sonic versus Blaze. Thankfully, we are bailing as the more reliable character. Alright. We'll see if we get a shuffle before we get to the island. Wait, like these touchscreen things I do like. It doesn't feel like... I mean, it's a little tacked on, but, you know, it fits, I guess is probably a better way to say it. It fits. And it's more intuitive. Alright, where am I? Like, because like every time Blaze attacks, you can hit her in between, but sometimes, but also it's just random. Like sometimes she'll just decide to attack the frame, she becomes vulnerable, and you just flat out can't hit her. Also, how far she spin dashes is random, and how long she rests her spin dash for is random too. So you just cannot predict what she does. All right, 35 seconds. That could be worse. Could be better. Now we get a kind of a big Dragon Ball Z moment here. Not even exaggerating. Oh no, no! Oh my god, that is such an awkward time for a swap. Going from laying down my controller, mashing 2 buttons, to going to touchscreen controls. Oh dear. Very awkward. Alright. Okay, so we pretty much just hit a plot trigger, so we have to sail out one more time. This is a bit quicker though. You have to go for this island to... Oh, bash. There we go. And we just murdered Blaze the cat. Rip Blaze.
No.
Oh. Alright, so now we are done with the boss of Deadline, and now we're doing the final boss. And Blaze is like... Blaze learned the lesson, she's like, fine. It's good to depend on people, I guess. And so Blaze is leaving it up to Sonic to take care of Eggman, but on Blaze's side, story-wise, Eggman Nega, the Eggman from Blaze's world, kidnaps Cream. So when you play as Blaze's story, Blaze sets out to save Cream because Blaze and Cream are like friends. And Blaze is like, I have to save my friend. She depends on me. And now I'm back here. Okay. So character development. All right. So this is kind of... So if you remember the Sonic Advance Trilogy shuffler, this is kind of reminiscent of that, because like Sonic Advance 1 and 2 finished very quickly, but then like the last like third of the entire shuffler was Advance 3, because Advance 3 is like twice as longer than the other 2 games. And that gets kind of the same case for here. Rush Adventure is just longer than the other 2 games. Which, you know, I don't mind. This is my favorite of the 3. All right. But as a reminder, I actually speedrun. So I mean, I mentioned this a few times, but
I couldn't tell.
Yeah. I've done a speedrun. I've learned 16 different Sonic handheld speedruns. Also Blaze. Oh, back to this. And I did a speedrun of all 16 handheld platformers last Saturday, including the Game Gear, Pocket Color, DBA, DS, PSP, and 3DS. And I got a time of 10 hours, 17 minutes. And I'm going to do it again on Saturday because I want to get revenge and get a 9-hour time. Sub 10. So, it's not going to be a shuffler, but it's going to be a fun marathon of doing 16 speedruns in one go. And I'm going to go get a sub 10. So, look forward to that if that's your thing, chat. Mm-hmm. Definitely hit that follow button and look forward to my stream on Saturday. But for now, we've got this boss with some badass music. Also, fun fact, this boss has a different color scheme when you fight him as Blaze. It's a lot cooler. So this is probably the one really cool boss in this game, in my opinion. So there is a lot of luck involved, but at the same time, it's a really cool boss, some banger music, and it's a very interactive boss. Now, we're back to Rush Adventure. So this is Hidden Island 2. And you're going to see why I use Blaze, and not that way. All right, let's try it again. Big shortcut. Okay, I messed that up a bit. It's fine. If you play this really well, you get like an 8-second time. All right, back to this boss. So we want to hit the boss when he does his attack. What attack he does is completely random, and whenever he attacks, you really want to make sure you dodge. Now, this shockwave attack is pretty much what lets you hit him. So you need to like dodge the shockwaves, and then hit the arm, stun it, and then rub the arm and hit him. And we need to do that 3 more times. Okay, so laser. We really want to dodge this. Again, if you get hit, he'll repeat an attack, so that's slow. And this is... Oh, that is an awkward time swap. Just gonna have to get ready to jump, because he's about to fire another laser really quickly. Okay. So we just unlocked Sky Babylon, the 6th zone. And now we're gonna use Blaze for this, because this is a very good zone for her. And this is a really pretty and cool zone and unique zone. There's just no stage that's thematically like this visually. It's just so cool. Like, this game is just so pretty and cool and unique. Alright. I messed that up a little bit, but that's okay. The Sonic is faster again than Blaze in this stage, but again, like there are a lot of really good reasons to use Blaze over him, primarily reliability and also the boss, because Blaze is much better for the boss of the zone than Sonic. And when you pick a character in his story, for a zone, you commit to that character for the entire zone. All right. Oh, no laser. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. This is a 3 shockwave. Good. 2 more attacks. What we don't want to see is a purple laser attack. This attack is fine. Okay. That's four shockwaves. Got it. Okay, cool.
Oh.
That was really close. Okay, no purple laser. This is really good luck. You save like 20, 30 seconds if you get no purple laser attack. So we got lucky. We're going to get a sub 2-minute fight, assuming I do this cleanly. 5 shockwaves. That's intentional, by the way. Ooh, that's a really awkward time. Where am I? Okay. Gonna break speed cap for your Blaze, because breaking speed cap is a lot more important for Blaze because she's just slower than Sonic. So like, just understanding how to break speed cap and maintain that broken speed cap is a lot more important for her. All right, we're gonna ride this gimmick, but it's slow, so we're gonna boost up here. Cat, fire, cat. Okay. And now, cool gimmick. You kind of go in the background here. God, this stage is so fun. Very difficult, but very fun. Trick here. Oh, where? She got this. Good, okay. One last hit on this boss. So I want to jump when the in-game timer is at around 153. All right. Wow, that was an interesting shuffle time on the last hit there. All right. All right, Act 2, Sky Babylon. More
We're gonna
cat.
see more Blaze, yes.
More Blaze. All right, so let's see if I can get this cleanly. Oh, that's an awkward spot. But I know we're about to swap because we're about to mark this as done. All right, and Rush done. And now it is all Rush Adventure left. And the best game, in my opinion. All right. Uninterrupted Blaze platforming. All right, so we're gonna break speed cap and hit that boost pad, which I did not hit, unfortunately. The boost pads work interestingly in all 3 Rush games. So like how boost pads work is that they, like, it's a little confusing, but it's overly simplistic explanation is that they pretty much prevent you from decelerating in the opposite direction, which is good and also bad. So like for example, if you hit a boost pad pointing to the right and you want to turn left immediately, jump and left immediately, you cannot do that. You are locked in going right. So that's a case where it's bad. But sometimes it can be good. For example, if you hit a boost pad before going uphill, then you'll keep going uphill without losing speed because you can't decelerate in the opposite direction, and I died. All right, that's okay. I'm gonna play this. I actually need to go up. Okay, I'm locked down here then. I'll take a death here. That's fine. We're back here. Okay, I know where I am. I'm gonna grab this boost capsule here. Okay, because I normally don't need it, but I died, so I lost all my boost. Oh, wait, no, I'm on the wrong spot. Crap. I went down too early. Okay, that's okay. Now I'll go here. There we go. I didn't finish that trick. I'm gonna... Ooh, yeah, no, I have like no boost right now. I'm not supposed to be down here. Go here. Just play it really safe, because This is a very scary stage. It's a very fun stage, but it's a very scary stage. Okay, we're gonna go for a bit of a skip here by hopping all over this, and we're good. Okay. Skip all those springs. They're slow. And then we're going to do a bit of a path swapper manipulation to get on a wrong path here by doing that. So we're not supposed to be on that path. Saves like 1 second, but it looks cool. Yeah, the path swappers are a thing in like most 2D. Ooh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead!
You're fine. It's perfectly fine.
But yeah, path swappers are a thing that's in like pretty much almost every 2D Sonic game because like for you to, let's say you have to go through a loop. For you to have to go through a loop smoothly, like the game has to like detect which part of the loop you're on and make certain parts solid and certain parts not solid and vice versa. So like pretty much every 2D game has like 2 different layers to the stage. Ooh, that's bad. I have to redo that. 2 different layers. Usually you have like a main layer with collision. Like so right here I just hit a different path swapper there to make me go on room layer B when I started on A, for example. I'm kind of making that up, but that's just I'm kind of just oversimplifying that. So, and the game has to have like all the invisible triggers to say, oh, you're on path A. If you hit this trigger and you're on path A, then let's swap to path B and vice versa. And every set of loops has something like that too. And some parts where you have like background sections has that too. So like that's cool little skip I did there in the stage is where I hit an invisible path swapper and to get on the wrong path, basically. Some games have like actual literal breaks you do that on because if you go on like the wrong path at a really unintended time, you can kind of just completely break the game and go like out of bounds everywhere. Which you do that a lot in like Sonic Advance 1, for example, or the classic Sonic games. Okay, so this boss is definitely my least favorite, and you can kind of see why I really want to use Blaze because we want to stay airborne as much as possible and try to get as many hits as we can before falling off. A really good time to submit it for me. I fell down. That's okay. I'm generally happy. I'm very happy with a 2-cycle fight. If I got more than half of his health down in the first cycle before falling down, I consider that very good for me. Let's see if we can finish this out, though. Oop. I'm off screen. Where am I? Okay. And the boxes are very janky, too. Okay, we'll play this very safe. And you want to try to get those hits quickly because you don't want to deal with dodging multiple missiles the longer it lasts. Okay, this was actually pretty good for me. I'll take that. I'll gladly take a 2-cycle. All right, so we've got 1 zone left, but unfortunately, I mean, I don't mind it casually, but this kind of like sucks for the speedrun because now we have a bit of a fetch quest. So. Okay, so what's happening now in terms of lore is that we've gotten like aqua and gold material. So the aqua material we got from the Blizzard Peak Stone, and the gold material we just got from Sky Babylon. And Tails is like, oh, with these materials, I can build a submarine now, and that expands our range. Like basically, we're just trying to find these pirates, the pirates that would go all the time. And they're all the way in the upper right corner, and it requires a submarine because we need a vehicle that can go underwater. So now that we have that, we can go to where they are in the northeast corner. Okay, so now now we have to draw a very tight path here with the touch screen because we need to get all the way up there, and that should work in one go. All right, so this is the last boat, or rather submarine in this case. And it is, again, basically an autoscroller, but
just
it's
don't
also
die.
Osu. It's an autoscroller. It's an Osu game.
Oh yeah, it is Osu.
Yeah, it's Osu. It's great. So like, you can't really speed it up, of course, but you know, I don't mind it. I'm a rhythm game freak, so I don't mind it. But it's like cozy enough and keeps me engaged. But yeah, the submarine is also by far the fastest vehicle. Like, I mean, it doesn't look like it because we're doing a slow rhythm game, but like, if you look at the minimap, it goes considerably faster than all 3 other vehicles. And so we're going to be using this submarine for the rest of the game, basically. Except with one exception, which I will point out, because it's one of my favorite route changes that I found in this game. Okay. This is so much more intuitive on the stylus, by the way. All right, so we got to the pirate hideout, but there's a door locked. And we're like, how do we open it? And the pirate's like, yee-haw-ho-ho, you can't get in without these 3 keys. And then his partner's like, bro, you just told them about the keys. Like, this game's story is like honestly pretty underrated, I think. Like, it's a Sonic game. Don't expect like the most amazing story out there, but I think it's like enough for like some character development and also just to give you some smiles. I like this game's writing a lot. I think the writing in this game is very strong for what it is. Very self-aware. Because like there's also like an entire like character arc with Blaze and Marine the Raccoon who's introduced in this game as well. So like I do think this is like one of the strongest Sonic games out there in general. Assuming you have a tolerance for stuff like this, of course. But yeah, so now we learned that there are 3 keys we need to collect, and we need to go on a bit of a fetch quest. So we need to find the 3 keys on these 2 little hidden islands. And so now that's what we're doing. So this is Hidden Island 3. There are 16 hidden islands in the game. In the main, we're not doing all 16, don't worry about that. But only the first 5 are strictly required to beat the game. The rest are like just extras. Although Hidden Island 16 is the first stage for Sonic Rush 1, by the way. It's a cute reference. So that's really cute. Okay. All right. Short little stage. That's 1 key down. And you can visit these islands early if you stumble upon them, because like, and you're kind of intended to just explore a lot more in general than I am. I'm just doing an 90% speedrun. But if you find these islands early, then it tells you like, I don't know what this key is, let's put it away. And you have to redo it once you activate the fetch quest, so you can't do this again. Okay, so this is one of my favorite things I like to brag about. So we are taking the Aqua Blast, which is a slower vehicle. Why? If you look at the minimap, we are crossing the shore, cutting across the shore right now. The submarine can't do that because it's, you know, a submarine. It can't go underneath that, while the Aqua Blast, which is a hovercraft, can go over it. So we're taking like a really big shortcut with the Aqua Blast, just cut across and go to this next hidden island. That's faster than Deep Typhoon, the submarine with the Osu minigame, where you would have to go around. So Kiara, do you want to take a gamble on how many seconds it saves?
3 seconds.
Less.
2 seconds.
Less. About 1 second.
1 second. I should have gone with my gut instinct of 1 second.
I mean, there's definitely a bit of a give or take because it also depends on like how you draw your lines, of course. There's a lot of human error with that, but this is like barely faster than the Deep Typhoon, which is really funny because like you see that how we had to take such a big detour for the submarine, but it's still barely slower than this vehicle, which is just cutting across. My point being, that submarine is so fast. It is just that fast. All right. Hidden Island 4. We are doing a Coral Cave stage here, mini stage. And this is probably the most dangerous of the hidden islands in the any % run. Okay. There are faster strats to handle that, but I'm playing this safe because I want boost. And I also want to not die. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That spring, hit that. Hit that crystal. Roll down here, break speed cap. Go around here, RBJ there. Oh, am I dead? I'm not dead! I'm not dead! Let's go! How did I not die there? How did I not get squished there?
I don't know. You're gonna have to answer that yourself. Watch the replay.
Watch the replay. Watch the replay. All right. Ooh, that's a bad path. There we go. That's also not a bad path, but whatever. I'm not used to mouse controls, so whatever. Okay. This is the last time we are going to see the submarine. Unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it. This is the last time we'll see a boat minigame at all. Because we're about to just go to the last hidden island, grab the last key, and then just finish the game, basically. We have one more full zone left after the last key, though. Sonic is faster. And I'm notably faster, but also riskier. He saves like 10 seconds in Act 1 and Act 2 each, though, over Blaze. I used to run the entire zone with Blaze, but when I got back into this game to prep for the Handle 16, I decided to just learn the Sonic routes. And I've gotten relatively good at it. So I'm going to stick to Sonic. But we're not talking about the last zone. We're talking about Hidden Island 5. We're using Blaze here. So, I did not get a boost there. There we go. Isn't Rush Adventure awesome? You get to see a good chunk of Blaze. Rush Adventure is so awesome. All right. And that's the stage. Pretty quick stage there. Yeah, that big jump she does near the start of that stage is a very significant one that saves a notable time over Sonic. Okay. So now it tells us, like, we got the 3 keys. And now we go straight to the last zone. All right. This is going to be a really difficult puzzle, chat. Sonic, that's it. I think you've got it.
Oh,
Sonic, that's it. I think you've got it.
do you just spin it around until it lights up?
Yeah. You match the top screen. That's it.
Oh, gotcha.
It's cute. It's cute. Like, it's really simple, but, you know, again, this is a kid's game, so it's fine. All right, so we're going to go with Sonic. Here we go. This is definitely the hardest zone in the game. So let's see how this goes. Didn't get full boost there. We're gonna play this, grab this then for get my boost meter back up. That should work. Yep, we're good. Okay. So you can grind underwater here. That's cool. And these anchors are not cycles. They activate when you get close to them. I'm dead. I'm not dead. Okay, cool. They're camera-based cycles, I guess is a better way to put it. Okay. And this zone also has a handful of auto-scrollers where you're supposed to, like, ride on a dolphin. It's actually pretty cute. But of course we're gonna skip all of them, most of them. I'm actually in the wrong spot. Okay, no, I messed that up. That's fine. I'm gonna play this very safe and try to get some extra boost. I'm supposed to go straight here. And then I go diagonally up. I actually made that exact same mistake in my handheld in my marathon last Saturday. I was mixing it up with Act 2. All right, this is the scary part, which is a lot easier with Blaze. Oh, crap. Okay, messed that up. That's the first time I messed that up in a really long time. That's okay. Because you can, like, navigate all those anchors really cleanly with Sonic with the setup I have. They're a one-hit KO, by the way, because if you hit them from below. Or rather, if they land on top of you. Okay, so we avoided an auto-scroller there. Up. And that's Act 1 with a slight death, but it's fine.
It's all good. It's all good.
Act 2. Okay, this is the scary act. Okay, I'm gonna really focus on this. That should be enough. Yeah. We've got some pretty big skips here. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, let's try that again. Because they're trying to skip 2 auto-scrollers with Sonic. Incredibly easy with Blaze, of course. I want full boost. Oh, okay, I missed the landing on that. Okay, let's try that again. I think I'm just not going to boost at all then. I really want to make sure I get max boost. That's what I wanted. And another auto-scroller skip here. We need to skip this gap. Ah, I missed it. Missed it. Oh, that was a game over. All right, that's okay. It's barely lost time. It's okay. Okay, there we go. And one more big skip here. Got it. That's it. First try. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I go up here. Skip that screen. Okay. And now we have a auto score. We cannot skip the Sonic. Blaze can skip this though. So she gets some time save over him here. Dolphin's cute though, so why would he want to skip it? Ooh, that's bad. I got boost glitched. So I didn't actually I think I was about to explain what it was and I got shuffled. But boost glitch is a kind of a really annoying thing in all rush games where basically like after you land in the air, if you try to boost, there's a random chance that your boost will only last for 1 frame, which can ruin you if you need to make a jump while you're continuously boosting. You just deal with it. It's uncommon, but if you run the game enough, it's gonna happen. So it is what it is. It happens in all 3 games, including Sonic Colors DS. Although it's not really as big of a deal in Colors DS because Colors DS is the one game where you can do a boost in the air. You cannot boost in the air in Rush or Rush Adventure, which is why like Colors DS is like honestly like a much faster paced game than the other 2 because you can just boost in the air. All right, so that was the last like full stage in this game. Now we have to fight Whiskers and Johnny, the 2 pirates. So Whiskers is the big red guy. Johnny is the thin green guy. He's the guy who you race for the Chaos Emerald. Same guy. So they are very chaotic, very random. One of the more annoying bosses in the game, honestly. So Whiskers has a big attack where he jumps in the air and tries to ground pound you. And he has invincibility frames during that entire attack. Now I almost got the setup there, but I missed it because he turned around. We could try to get him to turn around again. So basically what Whiskers does when he ground pound, if you trap that attack right there, he is invulnerable during that entire attack animation. And we want to trap him in the corner when he does that, because that cuts off that animation really tightly. But I think it's a bit of a lost cause to try to get him in the corner now. So that is also an attack you don't want to see. They have like a tag team attack, and they're both invulnerable during that entire animation. Okay, there you go. But you want to prioritize Whiskers because 1, he just has more attacks where he's invincible, and 2, he has more health than Johnny. So Whiskers is generally the bottleneck of this fight because you need to kill both of them. Okay, now he's in the corner, so every time he tries to ground pound, he's going to get cut off like that, so that saves time. Well, or rather loses less time because you're still losing time every time he does it. Tag team. Okay, Johnny's dead. Like, I was really focusing on Whisker, and then like I still beat Johnny first. That's just how much more health he has. Okay. All right, and there we go. So now we are on to the last real boss. And I hope you all like cats, because we're going to see Blaze one last time.
Yes.
And finish the run with Blaze.
All right.
Guns blazing. There we go. Got him. Yeah, so this is Big Swell. No Eggman in this game, actually. This is not Eggman. This is Whiskers and Johnny. Although you actually learn that if you do the true ending, you learn that Eggman's behind everything. Both Eggman and the Eggman from Blaze's World. But yeah, so you're supposed to knock this boss's attacks back at the cannon to break the barrier. But you can also damage the barrier by just throwing yourself on it and taking damage yourself. So this game, all 3 Rush games actually have an interesting mechanic where you can just tank everything on 1 ring if you wanted to, but oh nice, got lucky there. But every time you get hit in all 3 Rush games, your rings fly farther and farther. So like if you try to infinitely tank with 1 ring, you're eventually gonna not be able to get that 1 ring, which I think is a very good mechanic. This should be brought back more often, which is brought back in Sonic Generations 3DS. It means, like, you know, I don't mind how the ring system works that much, but also not letting it making it so you can just infinitely tank is also good. So you kind of slowly see the ring starting to fly farther and farther because I'm taking hits more and more. So, like, if this boss lasts for far too long, then, like, you're gonna be into some trouble because you can't really afford to keep tanking hits anymore, breaking damage yourself in the barriers. So you kind of have to just be careful. Right. But I got some new rings there, so that kind of refreshes whenever you get new rings. Okay. Getting pretty good luck here, actually. There. And you can kind of see why Blaze is the character of choice here. Just hovering to get really easy hits. And this should be the last cannon we need. Okay, look at those, how far those rings are flying now. Okay. Okay. And this should be the second to last blow. Got it, okay. And now, similar to the last time in Sonic Rush, you have to, like, just kind of wait for a while for him to try to kill you. This game wants you to be on the edge of your seat. But time will be coming up soon. Time. It's up 3, really? Wow.
GG.
Let's go. And that's with story mode of Rush as well. Let's go.
Congratulations. That's an awesome time.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, we even had the bonus stage that we went through.
I did the entire bonus zone. Let's go.
All right.
Best game. Hope you all enjoyed that. That was a blast. We really went out with guns blazing. I can't help but repeat that. Ending the trilogy with Blaze. As it should be. Blaze is awesome.
Yeah. Is this the first appearance of Blaze?
This is second. So
Second,
Rush came
okay.
first, which is Blaze's first appearance. I think she came, and I think Sonic 06 came out between Rush and Rush Adventure, and Blaze shows up there too for reasons. And then she's here in Rush Adventure.
Look,
Yeah,
Sonic
I
lore is
never told you.
right?
I never actually mentioned this, but Sonic and Tails fell into Blaze's world. I actually forgot to mention that. So this is the entire time we've been in Blaze's world in Rush Adventure. So it's like the opposite of Rush, where Blaze fell into Sonic's world, but now it's Sonic and Tails are in Blaze's world. And
I
now we're
see.
gonna
So that's
leave
why
Blaze's
everything's so weird.
world. Yeah, that's why everything is exotic.
You know,
and weird.
this makes a lot more sense now with the convoluted Sonic lore that the series is known for.
Yeah. But yeah. Hope you all enjoyed that, though. I think before we turn in for the evening, I wanted to mention this one more time.
Yes, please do. Y'all don't want to miss
Yes.
this.
Yeah, so I've been working on this since last year. I've been pretty much learning all 16 Sonic handheld platformer speedruns. So that is all 5 Game Gear games. So Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic Chaos, Triple Trouble, and Sonic Blast. And then the single Sonic Pocket Adventure game on a Neo Geo Pocket Color. And then, so that's 6. And then we have Sonic Advance 1, 2, 3, so that's 9 games. And then we have Sonic Rush, Rush Adventure, and Colors DS, so the 3 DS games that you just saw.
Yep.
Rivals 1 on PSP and Rivals 2 on PSP. Sonic Generations on 3DS and Sonic Lost World on 3DS. So that's 16 Sonic games.
Jeez.
I've learned all 16 of those. Admittedly, I've had 6 of these learned beforehand, but whatever.
I mean, that's still impressive to learn 10 separate games. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, most of these games, like, there's enough different about them. Like, they don't all play exactly the same. So you kind of just have to wire your brain for 16 different runs in sequence. It's a lot. It's a lot to keep track of. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, it is. Amber said the same thing when I was on their show. But yeah, so I did a speedrun of all 16 of those games in one sitting in about 10 hours, 17 minutes on last Saturday. And it was one of the biggest accomplishments that I've ever done. I am so proud of it. But I wanted to get sub 10. So I'm doing this again this Saturday on December 20th. And so if you want to catch me ramble and do 16 different speedruns and watch fun gameplay or disasters, definitely check out my stream on Saturday. But also I usually stream in the evening as well in my time. Nowadays, going to be doing a lot more Sonic speedruns still. I eventually want to transition over to Fire Emblem speedruns, so doing those on the side. So
Also
that's also your
classics,
jam.
yes.
Yeah, if that's your jam, definitely check those out. I do stream casual Fire Emblem every Friday evening as well.
Fire Emblem Friday, it just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, rolls off the tongue. But yeah, I'm excited for Saturday. Definitely check that out. And yeah, thanks a lot, Kiara, for having me on Game Masters once again.
Yes, of course. It's always a pleasure having you. Again, that's twitch.tv/KirbyMaster. You can click the message in chat. Go give them a follow if you want to watch the hopefully 10-ish, as in sub 10 hour run on Saturday. As well as just, I mean, Kirby's stream is a treat to be in all the time. So you can't go wrong there. But as for Game Masters, I have been Kiara. That's twitch.tv/Kiara_TV. Stream 4 to 5 days a week of pretty much everything. So if that interests you at all, I'd love to see you stop by from time to time. But that is it for Hotfix today for our live content. If you missed out on any of the runs from today, be sure to stay tuned as we replay both shows right after this. You can tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for Out of the Box and Creature Corner. I'll see you next time.